that and everything, but this really puts me in a bind.
I mean, can you think about somebody else for a second?
Very unprofessional.
Me. Wow.
I mean, was it sudden? I hope it wasn't painful or anything, but, did he say anything about a refund or leave any notes? Or, I mean, how am I going to get my taxes done now?
That is sad. Oh, yeah, man.
Christy Lee's at the news desk. Comedian Tommy Johnigan hanging out with us. Once again, Tommy getting ready for his appearance in the David Letterman show.
Very cool.
So my dad is a truck driver, and it's amazing how similar my life is to his, except it's just at the end of the day, he had to move mattresses, and I tell jokes. Like, everything else is exactly the same.
I mean, you're out there driving around.
I drive so much. And as a kid, when I was like 12 years old, I'd been to all of the 48 connected states or whatever you call it. As a 12-year-old. Continuous, that's the word I was looking for. But and everybody say, oh, that must be great. Well, I've driven past the exit to every place any 12-year-old would want to see.
Yep.
There's the Grand Canyon passing. Let's stop with this Flying J up here. But
oh boy, that's great.
My parents met at a truck stop.
No kidding.
Yep.
Dad trucker, mom working.
Nope, not even a good story like that. Not even a good story. Where it would have been kind of like it could have been a movie if she was like a waitress and he was a traveling salesman or something.
Yeah.
And then he swept. My mom. She's a good person now, but she was hitchhiking, and she hitchhiked to a truck stop where she met a truck driver, and I call him Dad now, and jumped in the rig with him, and they took off. That's a solid foundation for a marriage.
Yeah.
Surprising they got divorced. Not really. Surprising she wasn't murdered, actually.
Divorce, murder.
Yeah, their love story starts out like a cold case file. It's incredible. It's 100% true. I can't even tell people of how my parents met. I can't tell them the story.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you start out a story with a woman meets a man at a truck stop, they're like, I've heard it. He stabs her and throws her in a ditch. And I'm like, nope, they got married.
No, I think
My most recent marriage was a disaster. It made the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, hello, this is Mr. Obvious, and welcome to the Mr. Obvious Show. Let's take a call. Mr. Obvious Show.
Hello, is this Mr. Obvious?
Speaking.
Hi, Mr. Obvious, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Well, thanks very much, caller. How can I help?
Well, Mr. Obvious, I need some advice on cooking a turkey. I tried cooking one the last 5 years, and I just haven't had any success.
Well, now, let's start at the beginning. Do you have a big roasting pan?
Well, I sure do, Mr. Obvious.
Good. Now, do you have an oven?
Well, of course I do, Mr. Obvious. I'm no idiot, Mr. Obvious. I'm not like a lot of those people that call your show.
Oh, now, please don't take offense at this question. Do you actually have a turkey?
Sure, Mr. Obvious. I got a nice big 25-pound turkey.
Whoa. Great. Have you stuffed your turkey, caller?
Oh, yeah, that's all done.
Preheated the oven?
Yep.
Well, caller, I don't mind telling you, Mr. Obvious is a little bit puzzled at this point as to why you haven't been able to successfully cook your turkey in the past.
Well, I am too, Mr. Obvious.
All right.
Well, the problem is the turkey's just too tough.
Too tough, you say?
Oh, yeah, real tough.
Now, do you baste the turkey?
Yep, I tried that, and it didn't seem to help.
Have you thought about putting the turkey in a bag?
In a bag, Mr. Obvious?
Yes, sir, caller. Many people swear by this method of cooking a turkey.
That sounds kind of hard, Mr. Obvious.
Hard? Why no, caller? It's not hard at all.
Well, if you say so, can you hang on a second? I can give it a try while I got you on the phone here.
Well, normally Mr. Obvious is pressed for time, but for a caller like you, I'll spare a few seconds. Go ahead, put your turkey in the bag. I'll hold on.
Great, thanks, Mr. Obvious. I'll be right back. All right, come here, boy. Get in this bag.
What's going on there?
All right,
No.
calm down, boy.
What the heck?
Come on, get in the bag, little feller.
What's going on there? Caller.
Don't bite me.
Caller. Hello?
Oh, Dad, scum it.
Why do I even try?
Mr. Obvious?
Yes, caller?
It's not going to work. I'm telling you, he's just too tough. I can't get him in there. You figure even if I did get him in there, if he can get out of a roasting pan like he has in the last 5 years, I don't see how paper bag is going to hold him very long.
Your turkey's alive, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's alive. There's no doubt about that. He's a tough old bird.
You've been trying to cook the same live turkey for 5 years, Carl?
Sure have, and haven't had a bit of success, Mr. Obvious.
Well, I can't help but saying Mr. Obvious is saddened by this turn of events.
I know what you mean, Mr. Obvious. My little girl, she gets sad every year. Try to pop this doggone turkey in the oven.
Hey, here's an idea. Have you ever thought about killing the turkey?
Tell you what, Mr. Obvious, I've sure thought about it a couple times. Man, when that sucker bites me, I just want to wring his neck. I've never been so mad that I actually seriously thought about killing him.
Uh-huh. Caller, you can't cook the turkey until he's dead.
Really?
Yes, really. You cook dead turkeys, not live ones.
I never made the connection.
Yeah. Hey, that's all the time we have for today.
Hey, Mr. Obvious?
Yes, Colin.
Thanks, Mr. Obvious. You're a lifesaver.
I appreciate it. Join us next week for another.
Hey, Mr. Obvious?
Yeah.
One more thing. How long do turkeys typically live?
Join us next week for Mr. Obvious Show.
What a show, huh?
You see the turkey.
The old Mr. O.
Lop off that head. Take off those feathers. We're going to eat ya.
It's the Bob and Tom Show. I think the turkeys are named Corn and Cobb this year.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the annual phony government thing where they
Well,
suspend their sentence and then end up having...
I think they pardoned 2 now, I think.
But they still have turkeys at...
Sure.
Okay, so it's totally hypocritical.
Somebody on down the line.
Is that so they can have turkey babies?
Farther on down the trough.
Pardon, turkey babies?
This is just
They get killed.
Kids, take note here. Your government's lying to you. They're not going to... They're going to eat turkeys.
Hey, there's the topic. Biggest animal you've ever killed. Go.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Josh Arnold. Hey, Chick. Christy Lee.
Hi, Chick.
Ace Cosby.
We lost. He's referring to
The Raiders?
Guinevere. Hi, Willie. And right back to Tom.
Let's see. The deer I hit didn't die, so that wouldn't count.
Nope.
Anybody? You killed a deer too, didn't you, Pat?
2 exactly, yeah.
Okay. So I guess
Pat wins.
Pat's our winner.
I hit a deer, but it just clipped him, and he galloped off into the woods.
Yeah.
$3,000 damage to the front end.
Oh, boy.
Pat, at this point, you're basically a hunter.
Yeah, I am.
Coming up, we have elephants in the news that were rescued.
I don't think this gets enough. You guys don't give this enough respect. The animals versus animals and the brackets for the March Madness, and see who like lion versus elephant or cobra versus a weasel. You know who you got. You know, you take the weasel in the points. I don't know.
They have points. There's a system.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
They're smart about it.
What's the true king of the jungle?
Well, coming up, we have a lot of requests. We have a handful of letters, and I haven't even gotten to all of them yet. Wow, are we idiots? It's just staggering how many things we got wrong. And a lot of great tips for cooking for Thanksgiving. A lot of people concerned about the panic that has struck Josh. Making his first turkey.
I came in this way. I noticed Josh was here a little early. I turned the corner and I heard this faint sobbing. And sure enough, it was Josh worrying over Thanksgiving.
I cannot tell you the stress.
Turkey
Have you purchased the bird yet?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Is the bird frozen?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, do you know when to take it out of the?
It's already thawing. Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
good.
it's thawing.
It's out on the counter, right?
Yeah.
Just put in a big bucket of water, put it outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
The squirrels won't. Whoops.
No, the
fool with it.
The raccoon. Yeah. The raccoons.
I said it.
You know, it's a long journey to get you to feel comfortable enough where you can cuss, but here we are. Not even. I like it.
10 minutes in.
It's been a long night. Let's see now. First off, Josh. Boy, this is sad news. I forget why we were talking about. I think we were talking about comedian Chris Hardwick's birthday, perhaps. Mm-hmm. Chris is now the host of
17 things.
Some bizarre game show where they drop a ball or something. But a real nice guy. His dad is a famous bowler. We mentioned he was in the Bowling Hall of Fame.
Yeah, is he not?
I got this letter. Dear idiots, I was listening to your show. Please tell Josh the Bowling Hall of Fame is no longer in St. Louis.
Isn't it in Reno, Nevada?
Reno, right?
Yeah.
This says it reopened in Arlington, Texas.
I thought it was Reno too, Pat.
What? I did too.
So did I.
Because I actually did a show there for ESPN.
Is there
once.
more than one?
There's a big, huge cosmic bowling Reno open there. I know that. I don't know if the bowling alley is.
Right.
Okay. In any event, so we'll get on that. No, I don't know if there's more than one bowling museum.
Maybe they got rid of the Bowling Hall of Fame in St. Louis when they built the new Busch Stadium.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So this could be wrong, but apparently
I'm on it.
We need to check this out.
Yeah, the International Bowling Hall of Fame is in Arlington, Texas.
That's weird.
Okay.
Is Arlington known as a...
Well, they've got the stadium there.
It was in St. Louis until 2008.
Well, a lot of cities have a stadium.
Huh.
I want to learn. I want to know why it's in Arlington.
Tucson probably has a stadium or two, you know?
Sure, why not Tucson?
The AMF Hall of Fame lanes are in Canton, Ohio. I don't know if that means it.
Well, Canton's already got a football Hall of Fame.
Why'd they build that there?
The Professional Football
And not
Hall
in
of Fame.
Arlington.
Because there was a Hupmobile dealership in Canton in 1920, and that's where George Hallis told everybody how it was going to be.
The
There you go.
Hupmobile.
Is that where that came from? Up, one, up, two. Is it hut or hup?
Hut, but then it's Hupmobile with a P.
Okay.
Yeah,
Here's the problem. Reno's is a National Bowling Hall of Fame, and I guess Arlington, Texas is the International Bowling Hall of Fame.
See?
Oh, so do they fight? Hey, kids, next summer when this COVID thing's over, where do you want to go? The National Bowling Hall of Fame or the International Bowling Hall of Fame?
Well, now this says come visit the newest addition to the International Bowling Museum and Hall of Fame located in the National Bowling Museum, Reno, Nevada. So I'm confused.
Well, again, who makes their vacation plans? Well, let's see. We could go to Hawaii. We could go to Disney World.
Kids?
Or we could go...
Willie, get your brothers. We're going to the
Pack your bags. We're going to Canton.
Bowling Hall of Fame.
Because isn't a bowling alley pretty much a bowling alley? I mean, a
They're
lane
still
is a
fun.
lane. Oh, sure. I love bowling, but I'm not sure I want to travel.
The Hall of Fame?
Weren't they going to try to rebrand it, and they thought alley was a negative word? Bowling center, I think, or something
really?
like that at one point.
that's correct.
I did some spots for somebody a long time ago.
I know there's one here. They've got a huge bar, and they have, well, back in the day, concerts, et cetera, et cetera. Now, we were also talking about a problem in the contemporary world we live in involving the facial recognition on various cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
And I was asking if you can have multiple facial versions of it. So can it recognize you, for example, with a mask on? Mm-hmm. And I still don't know the answer to that, if you can do more than one.
Willie answered it for you yesterday.
We
I thought
said
he did,
yes.
yeah.
Also, do you know about Google? Just go on your phone, type in any question you have. It gives you the answer.
That's the thing about computers. If you have a question about it, you can ask it, and it'll tell you.
Yep.
Well, now this guy writes, "Dear stupid idiots."
Uh-oh.
Oh, hello.
Apparently, he's a regular listener.
Uh-oh.
Because I asked, can you do one where you have sunglasses on? And he says the sunglasses won't allow iPhone facial recognition because it needs to see your eyes. So if you're passed out drunk with your eyes rolled back into your skull, your buddies can't use your face to open your phone. I have no idea if this is true. And start sexting your mother-in-law.
We don't want this guy to listen anymore.
This
I don't
guy's
like him.
given this a great deal of thought. There's a setting called Require Attention to Face ID that you can turn the feature off. So I don't know. This is getting way too complicated. All I know is every time I want to use the facial ID, I have to
Use your password.
take off my mask and the thing. And the
Why don't you just type in your password?
Takes half a second.
Yeah, it's really grueling.
Really
But
hard.
then it's got that delay. Well, it's trying to decide if you're using your facial recognition. So can you turn
There's a
that
delay,
off?
Christy.
I don't know about that.
Look, you have,
Oh, my- no.
You have to take yourself out of society. Okay? That's all there is to it. And before, as I've said for years,
Yes.
Chris, something really bad happens, okay? You need to stop driving. You need to stop going and conducting commerce.
I want to thank Fizz for trying to contribute. And Russell, we certainly appreciate your letters. Now, how do they reach us, Josh?
Well, they can reach us at Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. They can use the Bob and Tom app, of course, and they can text us at 888-262-8661, where I get 69 cents per text that
You
comes
get
in.
nothing.
Well, you're going to hear from my lawyer once he gets out of prison.
Well, Well, yeah, I was going to say. Last time I talked to him, he was behind the glass, and I was the free man.
My brother took a picture of me and put it through one of those age progression deals where it makes you look like an old man.
right.
I was so mad because now my face is in some program for to show the facial the age progression and some
kid's going to walk up and go, "Hey, Santa." How's middle age?
Yeah, it did look rather Santa-ish.
Did you have the beard?
Yeah.
Was it white?
They made it all white, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Someday, just for humor me, just go ho, ho, ho.
Oh, in my best Santa?
Yes.
Ho, ho, ho. I'd have to practice.
No, that's great.
That's very good.
Very good.
Very, very
You
good.
get a kid up on your lap, tell them you're going to get him everything for Christmas. You'll be all set.
Can I sit on your lap?
Yeah.
Everybody play it cool.
Something just twitched.
Willie called this one. Be cool.
I'll be cool. I love you.
Christy dresses an elf.
Yes, little Mrs. Santa Claus.
We could do kind of a variation on the nativity scene.
Yeah, I guess I get to be Mary.
I get to be baby Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
We
biggest
could
baby.
combine Santa and
Jesus.
in the same
That's
thing.
piss everybody off.
It's a great idea.
Look at this. You got fat baby Jesus over there. That's disgusting.
Okay, sorry.
We're not fat baby Jesus people.
But we could dress our dogs up like the animals. That'd be so fun.
Well, that would be interesting.
Yeah. My dog looks kind of like a sheep anyway. He could be a sheep.
Dunder could be a camel. That'd be
Just
funny.
put a big hump on Dunder.
You call it the naivete?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
These are all great ideas. Coming up, we have Cam Newton news. We have flying dung in the news. In a big way.
All right.
We had a football game last night.
We did.
Tom Brady looked a little bumpy.
Did he?
Again, yeah, a couple picks high and long for Mr. Brady last night. He loses. Tampa Bay loses last night. The Rams win 27-24. Details coming up. Jared, don't call me Jack, Goff with the winning quarterback last night.
Thank you very much. Coming up, we also have a swingers party busted in New York.
How many governors were there?
Right now, I want to remind you, what is HelloFresh? Well, it happens to be the number one meal kit in America. Just ask Christy Lee. HelloFresh really wants you to try it because I know you're probably tired of your own cooking. And the way things are going, you're probably going to be cooking a little bit more at home. So why not cook food that's really great? HelloFresh, America's number one meal kit. I'm talking about simple recipes. The key is fresh ingredients directly from growers delivered right to your door, contact-free. They've done the shopping for you, so you'll save about 40% on groceries. That cuts your food waste by a lot. Also, it cuts your food waste because you're going to eat all the food because it's better than the stuff you're making by yourself. So you get to skip the store. You can throw a meal together in about 20 minutes with instructions so easy to follow. Every week, 22 chef-curated recipes. So you take your choice. Do you want family-friendly stuff? Do you want comfort food? Do you want vegetarian? Do you want low-cal? They've got it all. You get to save a bunch of time, and I'm going to tell you right now how to save a bunch of money. You go to HelloFresh.com, use the code BTShow90. Why 90? Well, $90 off. Then to top it off, HelloFresh for this very special offer, free shipping. This is HelloFresh's Black Friday sale, and it's not just on Friday. It's happening right now. This is a limited time offer. Go to HelloFresh.com. Once again, the code BTShow90. $90 off. That's HelloFresh.com. The code is BTShow90. Tell them we sent you. That'll help you. It'll help us, and it'll help the people at HelloFresh. It's a really good product. I think it's just the best. Give it a shot if you're tired of your own cooking, and trust me, they've got it down. It's all measured and everything all set for you. HelloFresh.com, code BTShow90. When we come back, by request, a new song from Mr. Godwin about the forthcoming Thanksgiving holiday, and we're also going to help Josh with his nerves.
Talk him down.
To make
Thank you very much.
So
his
nervous.
first turkey. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, Mark Allison here with you on a Tuesday morning. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Hope you had a great Monday as well. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Got a great show coming your way today, and we're glad you're going to be here with us. Yeah, lots of fun. Stay tuned. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up right after this. Are you excited?
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The National Zoo held a vote to name the 3-month-old giant panda born at the Smithsonian facility back in August. And after 5 days of voting, a tally of the 135,000 ballots has revealed a winner. The name is Xiao Shi Ji, or Little Miracle in English. Voters got to choose from among 4 Mandarin Chinese names offered. The zoo is closed right now, of course, because of coronavirus concerns. And if you're a Smashing Pumpkins fan, they're serving you up a double album on Friday. The band's 11th studio album features 20 tracks produced by frontman Billy Corgan. The album, titled CYR, is the group's first since 2018. And Miley Cyrus is ready to rock and roll on her new album. So to do so, she recruited some famous rock stars. It's her 7th studio release. Some of the collaborators you'll hear on Plastic Hearts are Stevie Nicks, Billy Idol, and Joan Jett. She also teamed up with some musicians who have serious pop chops, like producers Mark Ronson and Louis Bell. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Josh, you couldn't have been any worse than my last Santa Claus, because the last one I went to, I was about 9 years old, sit on his lap, he had one of them gizzard pipes come out of his trach hole.
Oh, no.
Even carved a hole in his beard so it could air out proper. But it was clogged or something, because over half his beard was jaundiced. It looked like, you know, when them poodles drink well water and they get a little yellow on their face.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So you had to put your ear up to the pipe to hear what you was getting for Christmas.
Must not have been the real Santa.
Most years it's just a Dixie cup full of infection.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Dean, I am so hungry.
Oh, you want to go get some breakfast, Tom?
I guess. Is there a place we can go that has flat-chested waitresses and really baggy clothing?
I don't think so.
Think again, Dean. Guys, if you've been longing to have breakfast surrounded by flat-chested women in baggy clothing, then you'll want to visit the all-new breakfast restaurant, Pancake Hooters. At Pancake Hooters, you won't be bothered by waitresses who accidentally dip their large bosoms into your maple syrup, or who break the yolk of your egg while bending over the table to pour your coffee. Pancake Hooters only hires women with prepubescent builds, so you won't be distracted by massive memories while trying to finish off your breakfast in time to get to work.
Wow, what a great breakfast.
Sure was, Tom. And I was able to eat my waffle while it was still warm because I wasn't busy staring at gargantuan tatas.
And you didn't slobber in your coffee either.
And guys, if you're in a real hurry, be sure and take advantage of our flat as a smorgasbord breakfast buffet. Why not try Pancake Hooters today? You'll see why our hardline policy with our waitress staff is, it's either 32A or the highway. Pancake Hooters.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question,
Why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
Comedian Bruce Clark is our guest.
How about that Pictionary? You ever play that game?
Pictionary?
Sure. Yeah. We almost got in a fist fight over that, didn't we?
Diarrhea. 622 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Mom, I've made it. I've got a gig.
Oh, you do, honey? You singing for the Philharmonic?
Oh, well, no. I'm singing a diarrhea jingle.
Let me get your father.
She doesn't have diarrhea right now. It's Christy Lee with the weather.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by the CarX Man. Showers in midday, cloudy skies 48 today. Then rain returns after midnight, low 42. Thunderstorms 57 Wednesday, 39 now.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. We got a TV show tonight. Details coming up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Proper introductions are necessary here. Our engineer is Ace Cosby. Ace is the proprietor of the OmahaSteaks.com. Proudly presents the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Oh, that's right. Oh, it's good. It's a good joke. What's the exact phrasing? Something like Ace. What is it? Let's see. The steaks are always good, but a bad joke is rare. Something like that. I'll work on that. Chick McGee's over there. I'm Tom. There's Willie. There's Josh.
Hi there.
Patty G's in there. Christy Lee is in her own little quarters.
Hi.
Yeah, we call it the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Before we get to that, and before we get to sports, we've been talking about Josh making his turkey.
Are you okay, buddy? You're okay?
For the first time.
Better? You all right?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Now, then you got the sides, and there's apparently, would you say a 16-pounder? What was it again?
I got a 15.
15-pounder.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And it's already defrosting in your refrigerator.
Yep, been thawing, yep.
The old 3 nickel.
That's right.
Okay. And you're not really having a lot of people over.
No.
That's right. That's the thing they're saying this Thanksgiving. Try to keep it tight.
Yeah.
But Patty G lives right across the street from you.
Yeah.
In fact, he lives in your old apartment building.
Right.
You've moved up in the world. Now you have your own home. And
Pat looks up to you, Josh.
A used home, Josh.
Well, I look up to Pat.
Good point.
Josh's home is used.
Yes.
Josh has got his new windows. He's a happy man.
Lived in. Yes,
I hope
very happy man.
did you change all the toilets at least?
I changed all the toilet seats.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, did you really?
Good.
Yeah. In fact, our what is he? Our boss, John Kessler, or whatever. He is he a boss?
He fixed you up.
Yeah. He gave us all.
Let's not dwell on that.
Kessler's the boss?
He gave me toilet.
I thought he was the janitor. I had no idea.
I think it's his birthday today, too.
And
I wish someone had told me that. I could have arranged a cake. Did someone tell the
It was
cake
on
lady?
the email. Didn't
I don't
you
read
look?
the emails.
it says it right here. Also, no one laughed at that. Now I feel like John really thinks he's the janitor. Now I feel like a jerk.
Is it really on here?
Laugh again. It's right there. It says Tuesday, November 24th. Happy birthday, Kessler.
Yep,
Okay.
sure does.
It's on your sheet.
It's on your sheet.
Oh, it's in the top line. I don't read the top line. I read the red ink.
Maybe he doesn't even remember if this would be the year. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, he fell and hit his head. Yeah.
Do you know if you sat down and someone made a list of things that you've missed in a day, it would take hours to go over it with
I don't know. See, I wasn't expecting that. There's Happy Birthday Chick coming up for Thursday.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I won't be here. It's great.
Okay.
Wishes do come true for you.
So the point here is.
Oh yeah, what am I going to be doing? Well, I'll figure it out.
And Pat, I understand.
Yeah, I'm all by myself.
Your son's going to be gone, so it's just you at the fancy apartment complex.
Just you and the holiday and your brain to work on you, Pat.
Oh boy,
got a nice song about this situation.
This is a song that I want Josh to really listen to.
Oh, okay. All right.
I am on the road doing comedy, not that well known, going through a bad divorce, and after the shows I eat alone. I eat alone and live a lonely life in a young folks apartment complex. Girls call me Grandpa Joe. I wave, lock the door, and I eat alone. I eat alone. My son's the only one that will dine with me. That's 'cause he has to. He is not 18 yet. I wish that Josh would invite me to Thanksgiving. Throw me a turkey bone. Don't hear the phone. Don't hear the phone. I eat alone. I eat alone. Alone. All by myself.
don't know why he wanted me to hear that.
No, I don't.
Hidden message.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. You have an extra plate, don't you?
You have many plates.
No, he has one plate, Tom.
Josh gave me a set of plates.
Yeah, I did.
Very nice.
Whoa, extra plates.
Yeah.
I want to get back to this toilet seat thing.
Yeah.
So when you moved into your house,
Yeah.
you literally replaced the toilet seats?
Yeah.
You don't do that?
Kessler gave me
You're supposed to.
toilet seats. Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't do that.
I am too.
Well, now that I think about it, the house I'm in now, we actually, I guess I replaced the whole toilets, actually, all of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm
then the one before that.
Yeah, those toilet seats are from like 1940. Those are old toilet seats.
No, they were from 1934, that house. But the one before that was built in 1924, and I got hooked up with a guy who got me Canadian toilets.
Oh, yeah.
They have
the
more
big
flow.
flushers.
Yeah, they have more volume. Oh, yeah. Let's show that.
You've probably broken some obscure taking toilets across international.
Oh, yeah. They were black market toilets.
Sure.
Absolutely. But I don't know if anybody's going to knock on the door. It's my old house. They'll have to bust the people who live there now. Those babies, they take it seriously. They do some flushing. But is that a common thing to replace the toilet seat?
Yes.
I don't know.
I think it is.
When you moved into your apartment, Pat, did they put a new toilet seat on there?
They did not.
Well,
You got to get a new throne, buddy.
You think so?
I mean, that's...
What are you doing, hovering? Jeez.
I have been.
Oh, you're fine.
Man.
What germs live that long? Just clean it up. Okay, I'm sorry.
Somebody else's butt on there? No,
Let's move on. Thank you, Pat. Hope you guys figure something out between you.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm looking
Talk about inviting yourself. Holy hell.
Well, Josh is already so nervous about his turkey. We shouldn't stress him out anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at the pie list here, Josh. I got you an apple pie.
Yes, thank you.
What are you getting up like 6 o'clock? Put the bird in? That's what most people do. You got to get up early. Earlier the better.
I think it'll be maybe 8 or 9. It depends.
The bird won't be done till like 4 or 5 in the
That's
afternoon.
not,
Are you brining or are you using a bag? What are you doing?
Bag. I'm not going to brine.
Bag's easy. It won't take very long. 15-pounder.
Got to brine.
Pat's not on the pie list.
I should be. I did the peanut butter.
You did?
Uh-oh.
If he gets my peanut butter, do not grab my peanut butter.
Josh, I have nothing to bring.
Then I have nothing to say to you.
He was counting on your peanut butter pie. That's why he got apple.
With a peanut butter pie, who gets apple?
Me?
The host of Learn How to Eat. Really?
Yeah. Oh, I love apple pie.
I do too.
Oh, a couple people got the pear crumble.
Yeah,
I was tempted.
Yep, I was too.
But that peanut butter, wow.
And
the fruit of another.
Ace got the cookies. Very surprised.
Weirdo.
Okay, you're the only one. No, you and Oscar got the cookies. Everyone else got the pies.
A lot of places. I'll have a pumpkin pie too. I'm picking that up today.
So you're going to have a pumpkin pie and an apple pie.
Yeah.
And no guests.
No, I'm having guests.
That's illegal.
You know what? Now I'm having 40 guests.
Super spreader event.
Hey, he said in effort to get away from this topic because Josh is really getting pissed. I had a Monday Night Football game last night. Jack Goff, 376 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Matt Gay kicked a 40-yard field goal with 2:36 remaining. Rams 27-24 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tampa Brady, Goff 39 of 51, and Brady 2 interceptions that were high and long and deep, and just does not look good for Mr. Brady. So that brings us to Patrick Mahomes.
My man.
New interviews out. He says that Thanksgiving, he loves ketchup.
Ketchup?
It's his favorite.
Oh, I remember this from last year.
There's an Allstate commercial out there that he's just... Him and Aaron Rodgers and the Allstate agent, they're at a dinner table, and all Patrick Mahomes is doing is shaking ketchup on his steak, I think.
Isn't he sponsored by Heinz?
He might be, but he's addicted to ketchup, and he says, somebody asked him, what about Thanksgiving dinner? And he goes, turkey and ham has to have ketchup on it.
What is he, 7?
I might try that. That sounds
I swear, if he goes to a steakhouse, which he probably does.
Yeah.
and he orders a really nice steak and starts pouring ketchup on it, that chef has every right to come over and flip his table over.
You think?
Yes.
Typically, I adhere to that rule. I don't put ketchup on steak. I don't put A1 on steak. I like the steak regular.
Me too.
But if Pat Mahomes does it, I will start putting ketchup on everything. If I can be big and strong and fast like Pat.
No way.
I know you use steak sauce. You use steak sauce?
Not on a good steak,
no. You don't.
No, not a good steak. Now, do you refrigerate your ketchup?
Yes.
Me too, yeah. That's one of those things a lot of people do.
Wrong.
But, what do you mean wrong?
Well, I mean...
If I walked into a restaurant right now, the ketchup would be sitting on the table.
Of course.
He is right.
Yeah, and then every person who's used it before you has gotten their spirochetes all over it. And
I've always had an issue with using ketchup at a restaurant.
Yeah, I don't touch it.
Yeah.
There was I guess Googled ketchup. God, there's a lot of information about ketchup out there.
Remember the green ketchup for a little bit?
Yeah, that didn't work.
No,
I don't know why, your brain and color and
it had a snot-like quality to it that I think was...
Yeah.
All right,
I like the green ketchup, and I like to mix it with mustard, and then it turns kind of a weird blue color. I feel like you're eating alien fries. It's awesome. Alien fries.
Well, but you know what? You're a baby, okay? Your age group likes blue food. Didn't we have that one morning?
Oh, that's right.
You're making me very upset, and if I get upset, I'm going to yell and scream.
Kick my feet. Blue food. That's what you guys
Snowflake
like.
melting.
Speaking of snowflakes, do you say you're not going to watch football on Thanksgiving because you're a commie? Well, how about some movie recommendations to watch?
What have you got?
Instead of NFL football. I don't know why you'd want to do this, but how about Miracle on 34th Street? Apparently, that's one of the most popular movies to watch on Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of folks after their meal, they get together and they watch a Christmas movie to get in the
That's exactly right. Kick off the Christmas season. How about that?
You against transitions?
You against Christmas?
No, I'm surprised that's
you against possibly the greatest Christmas movie of all time, Miracle on 34th Street?
Is that in color?
Natalie Wood? No, it's not.
No, the remake is with Richard Attenborough in that awful child from Mrs. Doubtfire, the one who over-enunciates every word.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the remake is also awful. Then you got Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, that's a cute movie.
A lot of people like that.
Nope, it's about child murder.
Oh, for gosh.
You don't like Gene Wilder coming out on the cane and limping? And
I watched it a lot when I was a kid, and then I went, this is just about, it gives me the creeps.
That's dark moment.
What does it say? Creep you out?
Yeah, but it's great.
Absolutely.
What does it say about me? My favorite part of Willy Wonka is when he yells at the kid and his grandpa. No, sir! No! You touched the ceiling! Get him, Willie! Get him! Tell him how it's going to be.
Wonka, you don't want us touching this stuff. How about some, bars around them? Or maybe a locking door, you freak.
Yeah, all your doors, they start off little and they get big. It makes no sense. Get a regular door.
I do not care for it.
You got the fizzy lifting drinks. You touch the ceiling.
I love Willy Wonka. What is wrong with you
people? It's a world of pure imagination.
Roald Dahl is a lunatic.
Now, Josh, you caused a problem.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
More movies coming.
Josh told a story yesterday, the true story of something about his brother.
Oh, yeah.
Can you give us the short version real quick?
Yes, my brother had Zoomed with his friends, and he used a nickname.
Wasn't this a school thing?
Yes, you had asked me to tell a brief story, so I was doing that.
Yeah, but that takes, if you take the school aspect out of it.
Yes, he's trying to do that now, see?
Let him talk.
And you won't let him.
Okay, if you take the school part out, the joke isn't there.
Or I was getting to the school part. You really want to?
Why don't you do it?
Why don't you just tell it?
You start talking for all of us the way you want to, and then we don't have to.
Because it was my understanding that the Zoom call was a formal matter.
He was getting
You're not winning this argument. You're a monster.
My brother had Zoomed with his buddies, and he had used a nickname, and then when he went to go Zoom with his school, his classmates, that same nickname was up, and it was Big Daddy Dick.
So
I did a pretty good job, didn't I?
You did a great job.
Now,
once I steered it back into the deep water.
And you know what? That's how he'll walk around for the rest.
Oh, yeah. Boy,
thinking that he steered me back.
I saved this show.
I can't do it anymore.
I know.
Welcome to my world.
30 years, baby. 30 years.
So concise. It was so concise.
So his nickname is Big Daddy Dick.
Yes.
Okay. And his class and his professor are all seeing this.
Right.
And we have not determined whether or not mid-Zoom you can change the name on your...
You can, by the way.
Oh, you can?
You just click your name, and then you can choose a new name.
I'd love to have seen that they could see that he was scrambling to change it.
If you're on your phone, it's a little harder, but on your computer,
And he
it's
changed it to Massive Daddy Dick.
Big Dick Daddy from Cincinnati.
This letter, here's the short version of this letter. My wife had major surgery last Thursday and has been home recovering.
Major?
I came home from work today excited to tell a story about Josh Arnold's brother and his Zoom meeting issue. We may or may not have had to go back to the hospital to have the incision restitched.
Oh, no.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, God bless you. I hope that heals up okay.
Okay, there you go. Big Daddy.
You call this the Josh Arnold scar?
Big Daddy Dick. Okay, now I want to also remind you that with everything going on right now, you want to make sure that you're safe, of course, and that your home is safe. That's where Chick McGee comes in, because he turned me on to something called Simply Safe.
You want your compound secure, don't you? Of course you do. 30% off any Simply Safe system now and a free security camera. Sound good? Well, you can take advantage of it. You know, U.S. News and World Report calls Simply Safe the best home security of 2020. This is the do-it-yourself security system that we've been talking about. Whether you're traveling or staying put for the holidays, check out the 30% off plus free security camera deal before it ends this week. CNET entered Editor's Choice for Home Security, named Best of 2020 by Forbes and Popular Mechanics. It comes to your home in a box, no salesman calls, no technician installs. You just set it up yourself in under 30 minutes. I say 20 minutes. I've done it twice. It's amazing. Super easy. And Simply Safe security specialists then take over. They monitor your compound around the clock and ready to send emergency help the moment they receive an alarm. And right now, what a deal. Get 35% off Simply Safe Plus, a free security camera today by visiting simplysafetom.com. This deal expires Friday. simplysafetom.com. That's simplysafetom.com.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Thank you, simplysafetom.com. Coming up, we have a world record or two. We also have something about the world of cannabis I think you'll find interesting in the news. And there is a dating site for bald guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll find out about that coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, his name's Kostaki Economopoulos, and he's going to be Zooming his way in today, I assume, from somewhere near Atlanta, Georgia. You can catch Kostaki at All Pro Lines, where pro football and pro comedians collide. And, of course, every Wednesday night, it's Facebook Live with Kostaki at 9 p.m., a show he called 50 Toasts. Search Kostaki at patreon.com to join the community. And comedian Nick Griffin going to be joining us today as well around 9:20 this morning at nickgriffin.net if you need more information. One of the best. And he's going to be joining us live via Zoom. Nick Griffin on the way on a Tuesday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Jared Goff threw for 376 yards, 3 touchdowns. Matt Gay kicked a 40-yard field goal, 2:36 remaining. The Rams, 27-24 winners last night over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. Goff completed 39 of 51, including scoring throws to Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, and Cam Akers. The Baltimore Ravens reopened their training facility yesterday afternoon after closing earlier in the day due to another coronavirus outbreak within the team. Several members of the organization have tested positive for COVID ahead of Thursday night's showdown with Pittsburgh. Vikings have placed star wide receiver Adam Thielen on the COVID list. He leads the NFL with 11 touchdown catches. And the San Francisco 49ers have added defensive lineman DJ Jones and Jordan Willis to their COVID list. The Niners have placed 8 players to that list since defensive lineman Eric Armstead placed on it last week following a positive test. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
In school now, he had to have a Zoom meeting. The only time he's used Zoom before was with his buddies. And he just texted last night, just did Zoom meeting for class project, and my name was the same Zoom name from when I was Zooming with my buddies, Big Daddy Dick. Big Daddy Dick has joined the meeting.
All right, we're going to start studying our lab.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
You know, when Esther and I had a big family, we hardly had any time for ourselves, you know. If I could ever just get through the newspaper one time without the kids interrupting, it was a miracle. They always wanted to go somewhere and do something. Well, of course, they're all grown up now, and Esther's dead. I just wish they'd call, just every now and then, just pick up the phone and say, "Hi, Granddad. How are you?" Well, they never call anymore. In fact, they never come by. I'd just like to see my little daughter, Lucy. Sometimes she just brings her kids over. And Tommy, my son, he never comes over. Heck, I'm just sitting here all alone, waiting for the phone to ring. The mail never comes. I never get any mail. Nobody ever calls me. It's just a terrible thing. That's the way it is, I guess. I'll just keep watching these old soap operas and hope things get better.
The telephone. When it rings, answer it.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anymore.
Also joining us in the studio, comedian John Bazaar.
Well, I find that now that I need a woman, integrity, strength of character, honesty.
6:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That is correct. Thank you very much. A little TV action? Sure. How about that tonight? It's called Bob and Tom Tonight, 11:30. You'll find it, of course, on My Indie TV 23. A quick update on the weather with Miss Christy Lee.
Our showers will end. We'll have cloudy skies today and a high of 48. Rain tomorrow, 57, 39 now.
Thank you very much, Christy.
Welcome.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. From where I sit, I'm going to do it by head size.
Okay. Just introduce us, please. Please.
Willie G is closest to me. Nice head, Woody. Woody, is it Woody?
Call me
It's
Woody.
called his son Woody.
Oh, my gosh.
Woody. I'm Woody's
Sorry. Let's see. That would be Ace Cosby. Ace, how are you, sir? Good. Ace, of course, at his post.
Do we have a 25th Amendment here?
TheOmahaSteaks.com.
I think that we should get a 21st Amendment here. Make it a little easier.
Are you going biggest to smallest, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
So Willie's got the biggest head.
Well, I said from where I'm sitting.
Hey, chick, put some respect on it. It's Woody, good sir.
There's with Josh Arnold over there. Hi, Josh.
Hi there.
Josh is in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair. Pat Godwin.
I have a big fat head.
That is a large head. Oh, yeah. And then I look over, there's Chick McGee. And then way back there, it's Christy Lee in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom.
With my little Beetlejuice head. I get it.
No, it's fully in proportion with your body.
Okay.
You look very nice today. That's a good color on your chest. Now, let's.
Oh, you're talking about my purple shirt?
Yeah, the purple shirt.
That's a Me Too compliment if I've ever heard
It's
one.
just a little chilly in here, so I have to wear a jacket.
Let's see now.
Me Too compliments.
That brings us to Cam Newton in sports.
Yeah.
Of course, we can't go a day without Sportscast without mentioning Cam Newton. Now, over the weekend, he arrived in Houston, and he was dressed like the mountain climber on Price is Right. I hope.
All right, it's getting out of control.
I hope you all
love this guy.
You're exactly right. He does look like a mountain climber from.
Yep, exactly. I mean, you got the shorts and the boots and the.
Now, are those leather shorts?
I don't think so. The ones Cam's wearing, I don't think they are.
Or like lederhosen?
Right.
They look kind of like lederhosen.
I don't think so. He has suspenders, but just regular shorts.
Right, but they look like
a bow tie.
You ever worn lederhosen? What a weird idea.
You have.
Yeah, I want something that's really short, so I can stay cool, but make them out of leather. Seems odd.
Anyway,
Seems
and you
like
recall last
like a sex
week
thing to me.
A what?
Last week, Cam's hat had a piece of luggage on the back of it. You remember that?
Yeah, he's lost his mind. It's not stylish anymore. It's idiotic.
Cam Newton has shared the reason why his outfits are bold, he says.
Why, Cam?
Patriots quarterback stated, I don't want to look like nobody else.
Well, first off, let's
double
correct
negative.
some of that.
So he's going to look like everybody else.
Yeah, it means you want to look like everybody.
Okay.
I want to be uniquely me. I want to promote being yourself, being uniquely you. He added, and I think if we have more people thinking like that, this world would be a better place.
You know what? I totally agree with that message.
Yeah, and generally, I don't care what football players talk like, what they dress like. I kind of just care about how they play.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I mean, there are certain identities that they have. For example, cut off the sleeves of a sweatshirt.
Bill Belichick.
Or put on a hoodie with Bill Belichick. I mean, he's himself. He's his own guy. Good for him.
I gotta be me.
No, I just didn't realize that.
Nobody likes Bill Belichick but you. You know that, right?
The guy's a winner. He's annoyed by the press. Who wouldn't be? I think that it's interesting that Cam Newton wants to look like one of the Von Trapp children.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I'm all for him being himself, but we should be allowed to call him out for the stuff that looks dumb.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like this.
Like, hey, you're unique, but boy, is that dumb.
I like the Hatties one.
Now, believe it or not, Mr. Godwin has actually composed a song about Mr. Cam Newton's hats.
Oh, really?
Cam Newton's hats, custom made with fancy feathers. Cam Newton's hats, purple lids and pink fedoras. Cam Newton's hats, like grandma's Easter bonnet. Everyone a fine chapeau, some furry with a crazy bow. Looks like he runs a bordello. Cam Newton's
Oh my goodness! If you haven't heard "Grandma's Hands" by Bill Withers, do yourself a favor.
What a great song!
Listen to it today, huh, Tom?
Oh yes,
yeah.
God. Plus Justments. That was one of his albums. Great stuff. The great Bill Withers.
Oh yeah.
By all means, grab yourself a few albums. Now we have more coming in the world of sports.
What do you got over there?
A soccer player has been charged with misconduct after he grabbed his opponent's genitals.
Oh, man.
Twice!
Was he a goalie?
Preston, well, he's the only one that uses hands. Preston North End defender Darnell Fisher, he's a defender, touched Callum Patterson twice during Saturday's championship.
Oh, he went back for seconds.
The moves had been missed by referees, but they had been captured on camera. An official Football Association tweet said the incident constitutes a breach of Football Association Rule E3 and that Fisher has until November 24th. That's today to provide a response to these charges.
So Rule E3 says you can't grab your opponent's nuts?
Yeah, apparently.
Very, very detailed.
I think so. There must be a problem in the Soccer Association with one grabbing another one's nuts.
Feel me up once. What is it? Feel me up once, shame on you. Feel me up twice.
Let's get engaged. Feel me up a third time.
Apparently, when he did it, he would honk, which is just, I think, classless.
Oh, yeah, that's the...
Grab with a nut.
Check this out. Honk, honk.
I've never heard the honk. I might add that. Yeah, honk, honk.
Oh, yeah, you gotta hang.
You ever walk by somebody and just act like you're going to tap them in the bag? I do that a lot.
To strangers?
What?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Strangers.
At the gym, primarily.
No. Kroger, wherever I am. Sure.
Yeah. Hey, fella. Keep people on their toes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Head on a swivel. Keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah. Look alive.
You never know where it's coming from.
Did you see the picture of Mike Tyson yesterday? He's lost 100 pounds in preparation for that fight.
He took his shirt off on Good Morning America, evidently, and almost broke the internet.
Oh, my
Just chiseled?
gosh.
He's chiseled, and I don't know if Roy Jones knows what he's getting into, but that's, what is that, Saturday night?
Wasn't there some kind of a punch at the weigh-in?
Oh, no kidding.
Isn't he like 55?
He's 54, I think. Yeah, 54.
Lost
Chick, are the
100
weigh-ins
pounds.
often scripted?
I don't think so.
The weigh-ins? You mean where they get into the fight?
Yeah.
I
They
would
go,
hope
hey,
so.
we want some action here.
Yeah,
they want to get some publicity.
Right.
Yeah.
They got to do something to make it interesting. And how much is the fight?
$50, $49.99.
And it will be when again?
Saturday night.
You're getting it, my friend?
I am. I'm going to watch it. What do you think of that?
Friends over?
You want to come over, watch the fight?
Will you FaceTime the fight on your phone?
That's right. Make it available for everybody.
Oh, yeah, just go IG Live. Make that
What do you
easy.
think of that? Yeah.
Boy, I'm guessing that happens
I
now.
bet.
Yeah, they pull it pretty quick, though.
Oh, okay.
They do? They pull it down? How could they do that?
I don't know how they do it.
own it.
They find out somehow.
You ever been to a boxing match live?
I sure have.
Just because they own it doesn't mean they can hack the internet and take it down.
I saw Floyd Patterson.
Oh, no kidding.
What?
The rabbit.
In his later years. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
He couldn't beat me up. Floyd Patterson, nature's mistake. The worst heavyweight champion in the history of our
You
world.
ever been close at a boxing match?
No, I've never been to a boxing match. There's something about it that makes me squeamish. I know I'm not.
It's when you see the spit and the blood flying by your face.
It's barbaric.
Yeah, as a man, I'm not supposed to say that, but I do get. I'm uncomfortable.
Brutal.
You know that thing in Raging Bull, and it could just be a movie, like effects thing, but when someone gets punched in the face and it looks like blood almost pops like a pimple, is that real?
Yeah, it's what is it called?
That's
a
real.
pressure hit? Or
That's terrifying. Yeah.
I forget exactly what that's called, but yeah.
If I saw that up close in person, I would just cry. I would cry and ask to go home. It'd be too scary.
Yeah, well, there's no crying in boxing. What's the rule?
Yeah, did I tell you that I hosted a boxing match?
Did you cry?
A cigar and bourbon night or whatever the hell it was. And the first match was between two ladies. And ding, and they trot out to the middle of the ring, and one hits the other one in the face, and the one that got hit burst into tears. And I said, I'm going to go home. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's tough. That is rough.
That is
I'll
rough.
see you. Thanks a lot.
Good.
Coming up, world record and more movies you can watch on Thanksgiving Day
All
instead
right.
of football. Why
Good.
the hell
Okay,
do you want to
thanks.
do that?
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Tom. Well-meaning, but
Yeah, they're all messed up.
more than slightly confused.
Like Santa, this comes but once a year. It's Bob and Tom's Christmas comedy cuts played all season long. From Thanksgiving afternoon until Christmas night, we'll be laughing all the way. It's a wonderful laugh all this holiday season right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. So now you know. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. More of the show on the way.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Despite empathetic warnings from public health authorities to stay home for Thanksgiving, millions of Americans are crowding the nation's airports ahead of the holiday. Many of them unwilling to miss out on seeing family and convinced they can do it safely. More than 3 million people were screened at U.S. airports Friday and Saturday, according to the Transportation Security Administration. That's the busiest stretch of air travel since mid-March. Still, the number of travelers crowding airports this weekend was down 57% from the same weekend last year. The federal government has recognized President-elect Joe Biden as the apparent winner of the November 3rd election. That formally starts the transition of power after President Donald Trump has spent weeks testing the boundaries of American democracy. The move came after Trump suffered yet more legal and procedural defeats in his seemingly futile effort to overturn the election. And it's the time of year you're looking for toys that will make good gifts for your kids, right? Well, a consumer advocacy group is warning shoppers there are some playthings that should be on the lookout for. The Boston-based group World Against Toys Causing Harm has put out its annual list of potentially dangerous toys. The group lists toys that feature such dangers as small parts, strings, projectiles, hard surfaces, and toxic substances. Watch says there are an estimated 240,000 toy-related injuries to kids each year. So once again, that's World Against Toys Causing Harm. If you want to check that out, the website is toysafety.org. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
When you use Mr. Béchon, she won't be able to keep her hands off of you. And neither will you.
Is that Mr. Béchon?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific name.
Mr. Béchon, why not jerk a bottle off your department?
Block at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Now, we have Christy Lee right there with a quick forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Showers in midday, then cloudy and a high of 48. Rain returns after midnight, low down to 42. Thunderstorms tomorrow, high 57. Currently 39. Looks like a beautiful Thanksgiving, though.
Girls went back to Christmas Nights of Lights at the Indiana State Fairgrounds for round 2 last night.
Yeah.
Did you go too, Christy?
Yes.
All right. Did you see him there?
No, I didn't.
Did they-
Well, we're cars apart, you know.
Okay.
Do you need reservations or could you show up?
You can just
Get
show up.
tickets online.
But
Did
you
they-
can buy tickets online.
Did they pay or sneak in
course
like
they
you
paid.
like to do?
Can't wait to go.
But
Did you tell him you were my daughter?
Hi, I'm one of the Griswolds. Right this way.
Good for you.
They like to open up the sunroof on the car and stand up.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Sounds
Mr.
unsafe.
Safety, you allow that?
Have they seen that 6 Feet Under episode where the woman is in the limo? She hits the traffic light with her head. Remember that?
Oh, boy.
Well, that really is not going to happen. It's a little bit chilly for those in the car.
Oh, I could use a little
The
bit
point is, there's a lot of cool stuff going on out there. Find out what's happening near you. And if you want to see some great Christmas lights, get in the spirit, the fairgrounds is the place to be. You can actually win some tickets at Q95.com. While I'm at it, I'll remind you tonight, 11:30. It's My Indie TV 23 and Bob and Tom Tonight. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Got a big crowd here today. Ace, Chick, Josh, I'm Tom, there's Willie. That's room 1. And then in the ancillary suites, we have Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk back over there. Mr. Pat Godwin, the man, the guitar, and his array of friends are all in the...
Yeah, all of his friends are in there with him.
Yesterday, Pierre Hardon.
Pierre Hardon, I live in your heart, I sleep in your pants. I kiss your wife.
I kiss your wife. I love that.
Thank you.
Love that.
Thank you, Pierre.
I love Pierre's album, Peace, No Resistance.
that was my sophomore record. Yeah, my second one. Yeah.
He's the Pepe Le Pew of folk singers. I kiss you very much.
Pat, you're not going to be alone on Thanksgiving. You're going to be with Pierre Hardon.
Oh, Pierre and myself, yes.
Yes. Now, I turn over this way and I see...
Here's some movies.
Yeah.
Instead of watching football on Thanksgiving, you've got some movie suggestions?
Yep, Miracle on 34th Street, Willy Wonka. We talked about those. The Godfather, 1 and 2. How about that?
Wow. Yeah.
Wasn't there an argument that The Godfather 1 is a Christmas movie?
Die Hard was a Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's...
Is there a Christmas tree?
Is there a big
Christmas tree up in The Godfather?
I don't remember that.
Somewhere, I don't know.
Remember that scene where he's like, "You come to me on the day of Jesus' birthday"? Remember that?
That's right. Yes.
I forgot about that. We forgot about that.
The day of my daughter's wedding.
I think you're wrong.
Then
there's a reindeer head in the guy's bed.
Of course.
That's right.
How did we
forgot
forget?
about all that stuff.
they cut off Frosty's head. Yeah, remember? Then Josh said something the other day, and I thought he's not right. Well, Rocky.
Yeah, I watch it.
Big time Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah, I love it on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Wonder why.
Yes, well, there's a fairly prominent Thanksgiving scene.
Rocky is obviously not a football movie, but it does have one of the most dysfunctional Thanksgiving scenes ever. Paulie brings Rocky to his home to take out his sister Adrian on Thanksgiving. Adrian, of course, mortified, and the turkey is in the oven until Paulie throws the bird out the back door.
Sure does.
And encourages his sister to go out with the Italians.
And there's just something about the tone of that movie. I really love it. Yeah.
I thought maybe it came out on Thanksgiving or something, and it was always.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
The Big Chill, Tom, is the Thanksgiving movie.
I haven't
Evidently,
seen
they're
that
fixing a big dinner. Do you like The Big Chill? Do you care for that movie?
I haven't watched it again, so on the one time, kind of depressing.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
I think it's okay.
The dead Kevin Costner.
Hannah and her sisters. There you go. Something you like.
There are a few Woody Allen movies that are perfect for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It says here, Thanksgiving holidays, the bookends in this Woody Allen movie. Yeah.
Woody Allen loves Thanksgiving. He loves spending time with his daughters.
Oh, boy.
Too soon, ye?
Too soon, ye?
What about
his actual daughter?
Oh, boy.
But it's still...
Woody has a great big Christmas celebration, too, I understand.
Oh, yeah, they love it, yeah.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Now
Number one.
I see that.
Yeah.
Number one.
The Thanksgiving movie.
No kidding.
Yep.
What about Dutch?
I genuinely love Dutch.
It's a great movie.
What's Dutch?
With Ed O'Neill.
Yes, and Ethan Embry. And Ed O'Neill is Ethan Embry's mom's new boyfriend, and he decides he's going to pick him up from boarding school and drive him home for Thanksgiving so they can bond, and it just, they don't quite bond.
Oh, really?
That's great.
I love it.
I've never heard of it
either,
you'd love
Tom.
it, Tom.
John Hughes. I auditioned for Dutch.
Did you?
Really? Yes, when I was a kid, yeah. John Hughes came through St. Louis looking for child actors.
Well, that's exciting.
I auditioned for Dutch and Child's Play 3. I swear I got neither.
Did they ask you, have we seen you in anything? Would we know your work?
No. How old were you?
Oh, man. 9, 10. Well, maybe a little older. I forget. But
Did you actually audition? Did you get on camera?
No, I didn't even make it past the interview process.
Gotcha.
But still.
How did I never even hear of this movie?
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Ed O'Neill can do no wrong in
Here's
my book,
something
so
interesting. They redid Dragnet not that long ago in the 90s with Ed O'Neill and Ethan Embry.
You're exactly right.
I had no idea.
Yes, it was a Dutch reunion.
Yeah, Dutch reunion.
And they made one a few years ago. Did you guys ever see RuPaul's Dragnet?
No.
He's great. Yeah, she's great at half the time, but he's great in the other half.
That was more of they were actually holding captive people. No. Scent of a Woman, evidently, is a...
well, that's got a great Thanksgiving scene.
I'm just getting started.
Am I the only one in this room that likes that movie?
Yeah,
I like it.
I liked it.
It's responsible for the most egregious error in the history of the Academy Awards. Denzel Washington overlooked for hoo-ah. I can't get over it. How about Adam's Family Values for Thanksgiving? How about that? You like that one?
I watched it a couple times over October, so... yeah.
Evidently, there's an Indian cowboy scene in it, I guess.
Yes. Yes.
Holds up well?
Okay, well, let's get back to sports, shall we?
That brings us to this stupid world record. I didn't see his name until just now. David Rush has set the Guinness World Record for most juggling catches on a unicycle while blindfolded.
Chime in. The closer we get to something I would pay to see,
and he just destroyed the record.
I say we drop him out of a plane while he does this. On his website, Rush said the record was one of 3 he broke for Guinness World Record Day. The first time he broke the record, Rush said he got 30 catches in, but in his most recent attempt, he juggled blindfolded on a unicycle 1 minute and 6 seconds, 363 catches for the title.
Yikes.
I'd pay $10 to watch that for 1 minute.
Yeah.
And he broke the record by
previous record
multiple.
was 70.
Wow.
Set by someone named Jeremy Walker. No. A dynamite!
No, that's Jimmy.
Jimmy. Oh, I'm
now
sorry.
you owe him $10.
Can you admit that this is impressive?
No.
You can't.
Blindfolded on a unicycle.
And now that he has the record, so what?
I'm sorry, David. I think it's great.
David said, I wonder how much longer I'll hold this one. I'm sure Jeremy will be after it again soon. Yeah, they have.
Jeremy's juggling.
Let's see him do it while smoking a joint. What do you think?
Yeah, how about that?
You make it that much harder.
You think his name's Jeremy, so he must smoke pot. Is that what you're thinking?
No. I'm talking about David Rush.
Oh. Hey, what's up? My name's Jeremy.
That's right.
I like fish. I like hacky sacks. I like mashed potatoes.
Cool.
I bit the recessed lady's breast for.
No, he's just doing little tiny juggling balls, right? Very quickly.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
In my head, I'm picturing pins.
Didn't see it.
I'm going to be a little disappointed if it's balls.
I think it's got to be little tiny juggling balls.
Oh, I was hoping for pins way up in the air.
I thought it was chainsaws. That's something.
Well, that's
juggling pins blindfolded, even standing up, would be very, very tough.
Right.
Yeah, especially if you got hit in the head.
Sure, I had high expectations.
There's probably a record for that.
You do anything, get hit in the head. It's tough to continue.
Yeah.
Which is a record for standing there juggling pins blindfolded.
Probably.
You could
Have you
probably
ever
do
been
that
hit in the head, like knocked out, Tom?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No kidding?
Oh my gosh, you were knocked unconscious.
Fell on the ice. Yeah,
That's never happened.
Yeah, that's bad. Don't take a nap.
I fell backwards on the ice at a hockey appearance. I slipped and fell.
Oh.
And the crowd goes, ooh. I thought I was dead. I had to stay awake for 3 days. They didn't trust me. Yeah, it was
I
awful.
want to find out what the blind juggling record is for with bowling pins.
Yeah.
Well, why
don't
don't you look that up?
All right, let me look it up.
Bated breath over here.
Okay. And by the way, just in, the National Skiing Hall of Fame is in Ishpeming, Michigan.
Is it?
In the UP. Up there. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Boy, that's catchy.
How did that come up?
They want to tell you, Tom.
Okay.
Bowling Hall of Fame. We were talking about that, remember, moments ago?
Arlington, Texas.
Yep.
Yes.
Anybody else got anything?
Nope. I'm looking up bowling pin blind
I figured he was going to get excited about the UP.
That's sports.
Well,
oh, boy, what was anticlimactic?
Hit the button, Max. Wherever you go, whatever you do, always.
There's a blind juggling tutorial on YouTube if you want to practice.
Be a good sport.
You're right. Everything is on. You Google it, anything.
Yep.
And there it is.
Yep.
Christy, do something.
Okay, a California court has ruled, speaking of pot, that cannabis billboards cannot be displayed along highways. The ruling comes as a result of a lawsuit that had been filed by Matthew Farmer.
I wish they all could be California courts.
I wish they all could be.
Mr. Farmer, according to one of his attorneys, had voted for 2016's proposition that legalized recreational pot, but he was concerned when his children were able to see cannabis ads along the freeway. The ruling prohibits marijuana advertisements on billboards along 4,315 miles of interstate highways in the state of California.
God, that leaves more room for the ads for beer and liquor.
Sure.
And, hey, Daddy, what's the Lion's Den?
That came up recently. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. On Sunday, I got up early and I went and got some coffee and I went inside the place and I walked outside and it just reeked of pot. what's it? Someone was, what is it, hotboxing when you're in a car? And
you're right.
I wouldn't know. Is that what it's called, chick? Hotboxing?
Yeah, Dad, what's he going to say?
Yeah, you smoke weed in the car. It's called hotboxing. Put the windows up. And then
you're sealed in there with it.
Early on a Sunday, getting ready for some coffee, apparently.
All right.
So anyway, the point
I
of
have
this
a neighbor
is...
who likes to indulge outdoors, apparently, too.
Yeah.
I see there's a thing in San Francisco where there's a movement.
There are many movements in San Francisco.
Yeah, they're having
on the streets, sidewalks.
There's a movement to make it illegal to smoke cigarettes or pot in your apartment.
What? In your apartment?
That's insane.
Yeah, that's
not house. Is it some kind of apartment
rental
complex
thing?
deal?
Yeah,
I think it's a good rule.
Huh, boy.
So in any event, so they can't apparently they can't advertise any marijuana. So this means even marijuana stores, would they have to have?
I would assume.
Oh,
dispensaries?
I don't know.
Yeah, God forbid you have to have a difficult conversation with your children every once in a while.
Well, they can't advertise cigarettes, right?
Right.
So this is just all inhalant.
But they can advertise liquor.
Yes.
They can advertise, as I mentioned.
Well, those
earlier.
lobbyers are a little louder, aren't they?
They can advertise dildo shops.
But they don't put a picture of a dildo on it.
It just says the Lion's Den. It doesn't say adult superstore. That could be
anything.
Big Wheels. We don't know.
That could be snowmobiles.
Adult super. Is that what it says?
Yes.
I don't know. There are billboards for like places where you can buy guns, and this is America, and you should be able to buy guns, and you should probably be able to smoke pot too.
Well, okay.
Well.
All right.
I'm not trying to like preach or anything. No, I'm just saying like it's a billboard. You can read something.
Well, apparently you can't.
Before Tom cut me off, I had one more movie that you could watch on Thanksgiving. Thanks, Pat.
What was it?
It's called Thanksgiving.
I've seen it.
Of course.
We'll come back with that and Josh's review and all. There's a murderer in it named Turkey.
There's and he's a turkey.
Sure is.
Yes.
This is the moment where the tire goes around.
No, but there is a scene I have to tell you about when we come back.
Okay.
No, that's Rubber. Rubber's a great movie.
We have some big news because our good friends at Navy Federal Credit Union have a new member. Our staff guy, Mike Mark, his father was a Navy veteran. He just recently became a Navy Federal Credit Union member.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome? Navy Federal wants to show their appreciation to all veterans by saying thank you in a meaningful way, and they're inspired by their members' service. So they're going to make it their mission to understand the unique needs of veterans and offer resources, products, and services that will help members every step of the way.
They offer low APR credit cards, market-leading savings rates, 24/7 customer service and support, which is so important, and they have partnerships with Veterans Employment Assistance Programs and resources, such as Best Careers After Service and Best Cities After Service.
So if you're a veteran and you would like to join a credit union that puts you and your needs first, why not visit NavyFederal.org/veterans or check out #GratitudeMission.
At Navy Federal, our members are the mission. Insured by the NCUA. Value claim based on Navy Federal's 2019 member give-back study.
Thank you.
The forthcoming film is called what again, Mr. McGee?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Okay.
My review.
That's coming up. Also, we have a cow dung battle in the news with religious overtones.
There's no winner.
Yeah.
There's no winner in that contest.
Not really.
Maybe you might want to examine whatever your religion you're into and go, well, at least we don't have that. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, it's Kostaki Economopoulos and Nick Griffin. On a Tuesday, coming up on Wednesday, we'll slam in resident geek Jessica Alsman and our comedian relationship expert Allie Breen will be zooming in. We hope to catch up with her and have a couple more letters this week. We were sort of short on time last week. Our apologies. More time for Allie Breen and more letters about your relationship. That's coming up on Wednesday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Of course, Thanksgiving on Thursday and Friday best of. So enjoy the show today and tomorrow. And we will be taking Thursday and Friday off here at the Friga Mall building. Now you know you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The National Zoo held a vote to name the 3-month-old giant panda born at the Smithsonian facility back in August. And after 5 days of voting, A tally of the 135,000 ballots has revealed a winner. The name is Xiao Shi Ji, or Little Miracle in English. Voters got to choose from among 4 Mandarin Chinese names offered. The zoo is closed right now, of course, because of coronavirus concerns. And if you're a Smashing Pumpkins fan, they're serving you up a double album on Friday. The band's 11th studio album features 20 tracks produced by frontman Billy Corgan. The album, titled CYR, is the group's first since 2018. And Miley Cyrus is ready to rock and roll on her new album. So to do so, she recruited some famous rock stars. It's her 7th studio release. Some of the collaborators you'll hear on Plastic Hearts are Stevie Nicks, Billy Idol, and Joan Jett. She also teamed up with some musicians who have serious pop chops, like producers Mark Ronson and Louis Bell. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Tom.
For your information, these are 2 of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bonjour, Bob and Tom.
Oh,
it's Pepe Lescrote.
Pepe Lescrotum. Good morning,
Hi,
Pepe.
Como allez-vous with you?
Oh, we're fine.
Hi, Pepe. I heard you were talking about my old job.
Your old job was?
Oui, collecting the non-urine.
Oh,
the
is that your
non-urine
job?
used in these fertility drugs.
Yes, it was a terrible, terrible job, and I'm glad I no longer do it.
Well, why was it so bad?
Well, you have to go around, collecting the urine. But I just wanted to call to tell you why they had to stop using it.
Why?
Well, it's a terrible, terrible thing. These babies, they were conceived and born with using the non-urine. When they came out, they would not cry. When they were spanked,
they wouldn't?
No.
Why?
You had to wrap them across the hands with a ruler.
I see.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Yes, Pepe.
What are the only 3 words you need to know in French?
Oh, I know this one. That's right. Thank you, Pepe Lescrotum.
Au revoir.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Now, Dwight Slade is our guest. Now, Dwight is a very healthy guy, but you were saying that you had a colonic?
I had a colonic. It's a water skiing accident that you do on purpose.
This is where they fill your lower cavity with...
Why don't you walk me through this?
With water.
Oh, no.
Is there an audio component to this as the revealing is taking place?
Like nothing I've ever heard.
Yeah, they play this.
There it goes now.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Like every time you get on a plane, they talk about the flotation seat. Like if you go down, if you crash in the ocean, then this seat will float. 2 planes out of 100 go overseas. 98 out of 100 stay right here. So if you want to make me happy...
21 at Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Go.
Rattle.
Go, baby.
You haven't lived until you've heard Josh scat the CarX theme. Zip, blop, flipping, hop, and zoom, boom, boom.
The CarX man calling for rain to end and cloudy skies later today, high 48. Thunderstorms tomorrow, 57. Currently 39 degrees.
We owe you an apology, Christy.
That's okay. I'm not.
Just doing her job.
Thank you very much.
I am trying to save our sponsors.
Thanks for being a professional. Thanks for being a pro.
Scatting.
Welcome back to Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Josh, can you scat along with this, please?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Rip-a-doodle, zapper, snizzle, flitzy. Rap-a-doodle, hipper, dapper, rosa.
He's just getting started.
Rip, and a rip-a-dee.
Send her home, baby.
Rowdy!
Oh.
I like Tiffany.
Wow. Well, if that gives you an erection, you need a doctor. Okay, let's see. Where was I? Let's see. The check, ace, chick. Josh, of course, this is Tom speaking. Oh, look, there's Willie over there.
Oh, look.
In the purple shirt, it's Christy Lee. In the black shirt, it's Pat Godwin. It's good to see everybody. Thank you very much. This is the 24th of November, 2020.
Wow.
Rough day for Lee Oswald. He's still dead.
Yeah.
Hey.
Everybody usually happy to see a Ruby.
He said.
You know, there was a magic bullet, and Jack his face would have been covered in Gunsmoke. Josh, if he 3 shots that fast, it's
sure, yeah,
had to be a second shooter.
This will help.
Yeah.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, gang, Larry King here.
Hey, Larry, how are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, Josh, I could listen to Scatman Arnold all morning.
Oh, thank you, Larry.
Oh, what a dude. Hey, it's that time of year again, gang, when we count our blessings. So here are a few of the many things I'm thankful for.
All right.
I'm thankful my family decided it was unsafe to travel this year, so I can skip the dry-ass turkey and order myself a 4-way cheese pizza while I binge on a Facts of Life marathon.
Fun.
Oh, yeah. Well, this year, I'm most thankful for Mrs. Garrett's huge and nurturing bosom.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's heaving.
Yeah, man. Ooh, cha-cha-cha. I'm also thankful that as I've aged, I've shrunken enough so that only my forehead is visible on Zoom conference calls. That way, no one can catch me feverishly pounding the pud like Jeffrey Tubin.
Oh, boy.
You know when they say, hey, Jeffrey's on the tube, watch out. I'm thankful my neighbor, Vin Diesel, still has the paper delivered and is a late sleeper because, hey, free newspaper for me. Yeah. I'm thankful that my hair is still thick enough to look good in cornrows and puka shells.
Oh,
that's
beautiful, baby. Yeah. I'm thankful the stripper who ran my credit card last night never bothered to look at the name. She might have noticed that I wasn't actually Justin Bieber. Hey, look, if Biebs didn't want me to borrow his credit card, he shouldn't have passed out at my house.
There you go.
Just because I chloroformed him, that's no excuse.
Boy.
He's a tatted up little Canadian wiener is what he is. And another thing, I'm thankful that I'm only paying alimony to 7 ex-wives. I'm thankful that in 2020, the Pope himself gave his stamp of approval and liked that Instagram model's photo.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's nice to know that I'm not the only one who appreciates a big, luscious, oily Brazilian booty. Also, I'm thankful for the LASIK surgery I got on my eyes. Now I should no longer confuse the tube of lube with my hand sanitizer.
Oh.
Ouch.
Ouch. And finally, I learned a lesson in 2020. When I go camping, I'll never sit in poison ivy while getting a lap dance from Barbara Walters again.
Oh.
My ass crack looks like that of a horny baboon during mating season.
Oh, man.
Inviting.
Happy Thanksgiving, ladies. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Larry.
Back to the medicine. See ya.
Very, very inviting. Now, we were reviewing a suggested list of movies that have a Thanksgiving scene or theme, and there's one that I haven't heard of. What's it called again?
Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
It's from 2009.
Yes, I have seen it.
Yeah.
It has a budget of $3,500.
And every dollar is on screen, my friends. It's,
and the plot is a homicidal turkey axes off college kids' heads during Thanksgiving break.
He sure does. And he talks. He's foul-mouthed, so to speak. And
How does he do it?
Here are the characters. Turkey, Turkie.
Oh.
Naked Pilgrim. And the Pluckmaster. Also, there's a character named Johnny in the film.
Oh, sure.
Sheriff Rude.
Does this take place in the contemporary world?
It does.
It was filmed in Granville, Ohio.
And is the turkey a turkey?
Yes, it is. It's a little turkey. A puppet, obviously, and he's very murderous and foul-mouthed. And he, at one point, he tells people, he says, "Gobble gobble, MF." That's his sort of his famous catchphrase. Yeah. And he, Ace? Yes, you have.
And don't forget the sequels.
There's one sequel called Thanksgiving 3.
There's no Thanksgiving 2, and they just go to 3.
They skipped it. And actually, at the time, Thanksgiving 3 made like $100,000 on Kickstarter. It was maybe the most successful horror at the time, at least. So I've not seen Thanksgiving 3, but in Thanksgiving 1, the heroine of the movie, the turkey kills her father and skins his face off, and then puts the father's face on his little head.
Right.
And the daughter comes home and believes that it's her father.
Even with the turkey body?
Yes, it's clearly the turkey with a very small...
So you really have to kind of sign up to believe in this movie.
Tongue firmly in cheek when they made this movie, yeah.
I see. Okay.
I'm still confused how a turkey could kill you.
Oh, it chops off your head?
With what?
An axe?
It has an axe.
It doesn't have fingers and hands.
All right, look, if you're not going to nitpick some disbelief,
you're never going to believe that it's her dad either. Okay, come on.
Okay, well.
You believe Buzz Lightyear, but you don't believe an axe-wielding turkey?
Sign me up for Buzz Lightyear and Woody. Yeah, that's a talk.
Okay. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Once again,
also,
Josh
You've Got Mail's pretty good, too. Okay, back to you, Tom.
You've got, you're going to be doing your cooking.
Yeah.
Very excited about this.
Yeah.
I think we all are. Ace, are you cooking? I forgot to ask you.
No, my friend is.
Your friend is doing the cooking? Okay.
My friend, do you mean?
Your friend, your fiance?
Fiance?
My friend, too.
You better correct that.
Yeah. Let's ask her how she feels about baby.
Man.
Okay, well.
Let's start the over-under. I say 6 months. Anybody else?
I just wish them the best. That's all I care about.
Thank you very much. Well, I think it's probably that time then. Ladies and gentlemen, these aren't just any jokes. No, these are perfect. These are the commentary about contemporary culture coming to us from the OmahaSteaks.com Ace Cosby Joke of the Day desk starring Ace Cosby. Ace, what have you got?
I was once kidnapped by mimes.
Oh, no.
They did unspeakable things to me.
That's pretty good.
I think he's been on fire lately.
Very nice.
It's like standing on a ledge waiting to jump off into traffic. I never know what's going to happen. It's very exciting.
It is exciting.
Man, coming up, we have a new, this could become a new feature, a new audio joke of the day submitted to us through the Bob and Tom app. I want to remind you, this holiday, you are reminded to stay safe and send the greatest gift of all as the holidays get nearer and nearer, the gift of Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com, type in the letters BTS, like Bob Tom Show, in the search bar. Take advantage of the best offer ever. It's an exclusive offer just for Bob and Tom Show listeners, and it's a load of great stuff, and it is delicious and delightful from our friends at Omaha Steaks. It's easy to send them to someone in a distant place when you go to omahasteaks.com. Now, this is another submission, Ace, for the joke of the day, and here we go.
What do you call a crocodile in a vest?
I don't know. What do you call a crocodile in a vest?
An investigator.
Excellent joke.
There was no intro. Talk about a half-assed presentation.
Yeah, we did one yesterday, too.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the sequel to that joke.
2 pickles just fell on the floor. What did one pickle say to the other?
I don't know. What do they say to each other?
Deal with it!
Adorable. Indeed. She sells it.
It's a delivery. Man.
It's a joke of the day, all right.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, Ace.
Sells the heck out of that thing.
No, they're just modeling themselves after Ace's example. That was great.
Yeah.
Now, how would you submit a joke like that, Josh?
Oh, that, I think you have to either use the app, the Bob and Tom app, or you can send it via text
Well, why am I asking you?
I don't. You know damn well I don't know the answer.
Oh, no. Here's my favorite thing. He has no idea how any of this works. He gives it to you.
There is a voicemail feature on our app, which
on our
was
app.
explained
Okay.
to me yesterday. The Bob and Tom app is free. Where do you find the app?
At the Appin' place.
Oh, yeah.
The App Store.
So you open up your phone here, Tom.
The Appian way.
And you go to yes, you go to the Appian way. Yeah, it just says App Store there, and you can zip, dip, doop.
Now, I will point out that if you're looking for places, there's also the podcast place, as you call it, where you can get the podcast known as That Josh Arnold Podcast.
Great new word.
What was the word of the week last week?
Boy,
The kangaroo killing.
No. Last week was a different one.
Oh, you mean the new one?
Yeah.
In regards to the hair.
Yep, I'd have to look it up.
So wait, you don't know it?
So, each podcast is they're like children to Josh. And
I had trouble with this one
Yeah,
because
pronouncing it, right?
I have only read it. And I've only read it like 2 times in my life. And I looked up how to pronounce it, and there are like 5 different ways to pronounce it, and I forget exactly.
What does it mean?
It means someone who has never had a haircut.
Yikes.
It's crazy.
It's like
is it
assert
odiferous?
Aceratomic, something like that. I forget exactly.
It doesn't make your hair stink if you don't get it cut.
Right.
You should talk to the people.
You know you can wash it.
Who comes up with whoever come up with the word of the week? You should talk to them.
I'll let the committee know that they
I see.
they need to give me pronouncing.
But you can find that at the place where you get podcasts, as you call it. Also, there's the Bits and Pieces podcast with Willie, Jason, and the Jesses from our show, and they go through and look at various pieces of the show over the years. What are you examining this week? Do you know yet?
We did Thanksgiving bits. We did Charlie Manson Thanksgiving. We did a Chick McGee remix of Eatin' Turkey that I had never heard.
Oh, my Lord.
And I lose my mind laughing. I laugh harder than I've ever laughed. It is the funniest thing.
I don't remember
live?
No, and I think it was a one-off. I think it was just a one-off thing. And I also reveal who's my favorite person on... I'm not sure, but if you listen to the podcast, you can check it out.
Okay.
You reveal your favorite person where?
The favorite person on the show.
Oh. Well, I'll listen for my name to be called.
So wait a second. So this is the classic Dean and Jerry Eatin' Turkey, but with Chick McGee?
There's no Dean and Jerry. It's just a full Chick McGee remix. And if you listen to the Bits and Pieces podcast, you can hear it yourself.
Okay. Well, we'll see if we can dig that up. Yike, I have no memory of
Me
that.
either.
In the meantime, why don't we
evidently, and I don't.
Why don't we hear the original?
I just love this time of year, don't you, Jer?
I sure do, Dino. 'Tis the season.
Check out those breasts.
I like their size
How about those legs?
and juicy thighs. My tongue is flapping.
Oh, stop your yapping. We're eating turkey.
Yeah.
We invited our family.
They only came here 'cause dinner's free.
They really hate us.
Pass the potatoes.
We're eating turkey.
Ivan.
When we first saw that turkey, he ran around and clucked.
Gobble, gobble.
And when I pulled out that hatchet, he knew that he was
Plucked. The wishbone. It breaks apart.
Pull on my finger, you'll smell a
Dean.
what a sensation
It's flatulation.
from eating turkey.
Medic. Somebody light a match.
I really love the white meat. It's great when you want a snack.
They say once you've tried the dark meat, you never will go back. Oh, Ivan, I ate too much. It's time to leave.
Oh, I drank too much. It's time to heave.
Look out. We've eaten our fill.
but all next week we'll be eating turkey. I'll be drinking turkey, Pally. That's wild turkey on the rocks.
By the way, Dino, how was your date last night?
Well, let's just say that I butterballed her.
You mean she was ugly like a turkey?
No, but she was a gobbler.
I hope she enjoyed the stuffing.
She lapped up the gravy, too.
That's the original Eatin' Turkey, the Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra, a very fine arrangement by Steve Ali, who's a very fine jazz player that shamed himself by stepping into our quarters here. This is the one that Willie apparently features on the Bits and Pieces podcast with the Jesses and Jason. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I haven't heard this in forever. And I'm not even sure what this is called, but this is apparently featuring Chick McGee.
I guess.
Do you remember this, Chick?
No.
Okay, let's give it a listen.
Hey, everybody, Chick McGee here. Well, it's Thanksgiving time again. I'm tired of family and friends, so I decided to spend the holiday alone. Just me and this big turkey dinner all to myself. Thanksgiving dinner, I'm wearing nothing. About to give my turkey a stuffing. I'm tired of cooking. Nobody's looking. I'm Then, after dinner, I'm feeling full. I grab the old wishbone and give it a pull. My wish came true. Since dinner's through, I'm turkey.
Wow.
Oh, God.
By the way, that's a beautiful arrangement again by Steve.
Yeah.
Very fine jazz player. Steve, once again, denies any knowledge of anything we do here. Thank you very much, Steve. Oh, God, I'd completely forgotten that.
Me too.
That is some
I
fine
still don't remember it, and I just heard it.
I was going to say, I just watched Chick react to that like it was his first time. It was incredible.
That's one of the things that happened. This building is famous. Someone from the back that works in some clerical position will walk by. Wait a minute, come here, and then the next thing you know, they're being humiliated.
Yeah.
In a
bit.
Yes. Yes. Please sign this paper before you leave. Well, that's a classic. Thank you for bringing that back, Willie. You can hear more idiocy in the Bits and Pieces podcast. And where do you find those podcasts, Josh?
Oh, SoundCloud, iHeart, Spotify, all the podcasting places.
Okay, Bits and Pieces or that Josh Arnold podcast. Thank you very much. Christy, what's the teaser?
Well, we have a swingers party that was shut down. We have a guy who went to his doctor because his marriage was suffering and found out she was having an affair with him, the doctor. And we have a dating site for bald gentlemen, maybe bald women. I don't know. I haven't checked it out yet, but
we'll find out.
Okay.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Do you have the Bob and Tom Show app on your phone? Do you know someone who might like the Bob and Tom Show app? Well, let them know it's free and available in the iTunes or Google Play Store. Once you get the Bob and Tom app downloaded on your phone, you can listen to your local station, tune in to Bob and Tom 24/7, even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. It's the Bob and Tom Show app, and it's free. Check it out today at iTunes or Google Play stores. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. We'll have more of the Bob and Tom Show right after this.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Jared Goff threw for 376 yards, 3 touchdowns. Matt Gay kicked a 40-yard field goal, 2:36 remaining. The Rams, 27-24 winners last night over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. Goff completed 39 of 51, including scoring throws to Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, and Cam Akers. The Baltimore Ravens reopened their training facility yesterday afternoon after closing earlier in the day due to another coronavirus outbreak within the team. Several members of the organization have tested positive for COVID ahead of Thursday night's showdown with Pittsburgh. Vikings have placed star wide receiver Adam Thielen on the COVID list. He leads the NFL with 11 touchdown catches. And the San Francisco 49ers have added defensive lineman DJ Jones and Jordan Willis to their COVID list. The Niners have placed 8 players to that list since defensive lineman Eric Armstead placed on it last week following a positive test. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I spent the entire weekend getting my Christmas tree up.
Oh, really?
Tree
it's
up.
one tree.
I got the tree up. I got the lights on. I got the wreaths up.
Did you physically put the tree up, or did you direct like you do everything?
I put it up.
Yes. How big is your tree?
It's only a 9-footer.
Oh, only.
Well, one does have to slum, doesn't it?
No.
It's okay. We had the help of Rick Smits came over to help us.
Certainly not what I wanted.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Checking, testing.
Bob and Tom. Tom's all strapped in and ready to go. They're going to take him up to the platform.
Yeah, I'm about 80 feet off the ground, and I want to die.
You're almost at the top there, Tom.
Okay, my eyes are closed. Holy hell, I'm going to die. Okay. God, I'm having fun.
Do you want us to count you down, Tom?
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, this is funny. Oh, this is great. Oh, please, Lord, stop this damn thing. Oh, funny.
Jane, how do you stop
Hilarious.
this crazy thing?
Hilarious.
Oh,
Great. I didn't need these blue jeans anyway. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Well, my lower bowel just opened right up.
Oh, well, good for you.
I'm glad I didn't have to pay for this. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming. I'm sorry I didn't die for you. Oh, great.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Nathan Trenholm in the studio with us. Now, Nathan, where are you living now?
I'm living in Los Angeles now, and I live with a guy and a girl. And actually, the last time I was in town, I had some cookies, and I offered some of the cookies to my roommates, and the girl just got all mad at me. She's like, Nathan, I'm an actress. Actresses can't have carbohydrates.
7:45 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show. When will I learn? Don't talk to him during commercials. Just don't.
Josh will be fine. I just leave him alone. Now, I want to remind you that we have our TV show tonight. My NDTV 23 is the channel. 11:30 is the time. Also, this evening, when it gets dark, the lights come up at the State Fairgrounds. It's the Christmas Nights of Lights. Girls saw it again last night. They love it. Find out how you can actually win tickets at Q95.com. Now, let's get back to the action, shall we? Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Ace Cosby. Once again, he's at the omahasteaks.com Ace Cosby Joke of the Day desk. Some jokes are well done. Bad jokes are rare. But Omaha Steaks, that's no joke. Josh Arnold's right over there.
Hi.
He's in the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick chair and at the desk. Christy Lee's over there. There's Chintzy Chick. And Tom. There's Willie. And that's Pat Godwin over there working on a song. Are we going to, Pat, can we get your, is it a Hawaiian tribute?
Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, so there's, so pretty soon we'll all be in Hawaii. I hope.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
A nice vacation.
Never
again. Yeah, me neither. Christy, you been to Hawaii?
Yes, for
July?
3 days, remember? Remember that infamous trip?
3 days from hell?
Yes, forget that I asked that question.
I was there.
You remember why she was there?
I was there to see Pearl Jam.
Honeymoon.
No, it wasn't a honeymoon.
Oh, you were there?
I was married. I was pregnant with my first, but we went to see Pearl Jam. I did not go. I did not end up going. My husband at the time did, but
who'd he take?
Well,
I'm so sorry that
no, it's
no idea.
It's an easy question. He took winners because we were, of course, chaperoning winners to the contest that was held on the
so
radio.
You didn't get to go surfing or anything fun?
No.
Would you go surfing if you went to Hawaii?
Absolutely.
I would.
You would.
If I weren't pregnant, I would have tried it.
Really?
Take surfing lessons? Yeah, sure.
Remember we landed at the hotel and I went up to the desk to get a rental car and I said, here's our hotel. And the rental guy goes, I've never heard of that place.
Not a good sign.
Not a good sign.
Boy, no.
And we pulled up and it looked like it had been bombed. I literally started crying and I said, I will not stay here. I couldn't. Well.
Well.
Diva alert.
Yeah.
Well, this way, Miss Ross.
But none of you would have. If you were going to Maui and had to stay in a hotel that it was beyond bad.
Wasn't the
pool.
Wasn't the door plywooded shut or something?
Yeah, and the pool was completely just, it was so disgusting.
Hey, I won't let you besmirch my old Hawaiian place. That's right, Ray. That's right. It's Aruba Ray. I used to be Hawaii Harry.
Or Maui Murray.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're in what's almost a foreign land, you got to be careful.
So I did find a nice hotel, and I chose to stay there the whole time and not leave.
All right. Okay. Well, I bring this up because Pat has a surprise for us all.
Oh, a Hawaii story?
This is going to make a couple of sounds with the guitar. Hold on.
Right.
Okay.
I was not prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd be over there. Not.
I have to plug into a different.
Okay. While we do that, I'll tell a quick story about a foreign land.
Well, he's ready now.
He's ready.
I was.
You think Hawaii is a foreign land?
I said it jokingly, of course, but it's certainly a different place than the continental United States.
Oh, definitely.
Perhaps. And the other side of the ocean, in the Caribbean, I'm currently reading the Peter Frampton book.
Yes.
It's great. It's just wonderful.
I wanted one of them.
And there's a situation in which post live album, he gets into a really serious accident, and he's got broken bones, and they're about to operate on him in I believe he's in Nassau, the Bahamas, and then if his management comes in and they fly him to New York for a different doctor, and later on he goes back there and goes back to the Bahamas, and if the scene goes something like this, he says, well, yeah, I was going to be here, and whatever his name was, Dr. Stuart Ramsey
whatever.
Bonifer was going to operate on me, and they call him, oh, you mean Bonifer the Butcher? Yeah, he operated on my brother, and he almost lost his arm or something.
Yikes.
Yeah, so sometimes you want to go to the old place. Now, Pat, is this working for you?
It is.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, now, all I know about this is it's about Hawaii, right?
Well, this is called the Coconut Song. The coconut comes from the coconut tree. It's part of the cocoa palm family. It's technically a fruit, not a nut at all. It looks like a hairy bowling ball. To get the fruit, you must shake a tree. Hairy coconuts for you and me. To get the juice, you must bust the nut. It's hard to crack open, wants to stay shut. Some people don't like hairy coconuts. They'd rather take their nuts to super cuts. Josh likes this place called the Naked Monkey. He thinks hairy coconuts get too funky. So he shaves his junkie. Straight from the purpose of the coconut song, I've belabored the point, and it's gone on too long. The coconut is a fruit, not a nut at all. I prefer coconuts to hairy balls.
Okay.
I see. A nice tribute to the coconut.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Pat. That was really lovely. Now, we have Christy Lee, as I mentioned, at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. What have we missed?
I've never been to India. I don't know if they have coconuts, but the small Indian village of Gumatapura is making news. They're famous not for coconuts, but for their way of ending the annual Diwali celebration. It's a massive cow dung battle called Gori Haba. Manure is piled onto tractors pulled by cattle adorned with marigold flowers brought to a local temple where priests perform a blessing ritual.
Is that right?
The blessed cow dung is dumped then in an open area of Gamatapura, and young daredevils rush into it to prepare their projectiles.
Oh, boy.
They battle with bits of manure flying everywhere. Spectators risk getting hit by stray dung shrapnel. For the young men taking part in
shrapnel.
Gorahaba.
Yeah, if it's sharp, it means there's a rock inside that turd.
Shrapnel. Hurling and getting hit with balls of cow dung is both about a belief in the benefits of manure, which many believers, I guess, say that simply touching the blessed dung with your hands can cure you of all kinds of diseases, and you have a big chance of never getting sick.
Really?
Never.
Never.
Smart, yeah.
Boy.
That just makes sense. You're never going
It
to.
was a snowball fight, but with
Cow dung, yeah.
I like to be in America.
Isn't it? In America.
No one's throwing poopy at me in America.
Oh, we could arrange that if you'd like.
Oh, man.
When I read this, I thought I got to check this out, and I got the visual.
Do they wait till it's dried at least?
That's exactly what I was hoping.
Oh,
Yeah.
like a cow pie frisbee
Cow
kind
pie,
of thing?
yeah, exactly.
The answer, sadly, is no.
No, yeah, you want to be able to form it into a ball and watch it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
This is
No.
They have a cow pie throw, right?
Yeah, but that's
It's like a frisbee. Like
sure, they do that in the States, but I mean,
You don't
this
throw it
is-
at each other.
yeah, this is.
It's still pretty
somehow
odd.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
very odd, yeah.
That's something you'd participate in.
Not really, but I
Of
mean,
course
these
not.
guys are covered head to toe in cow manure.
It's a classic piece of Americana chick.
How are they not throwing up? How are they not vomiting? Because they think this is some sort of...
Well, this is a.
Well, it's in India. They're probably used to being around cow manure a lot.
But it's kind of a religious thing at this one village. I'm glad it didn't really
Take off
nationally. This is. I think you gotta. I think even the average person from India is going, no, thank you.
Well, it's not like, even in this village, it's not like like cricket is still the most popular event, but this is the number 2 event this town has to offer.
It's just certainly, yeah.
Thank you, Willie. Good point.
You bet. Wish I had a Greg Hahn.
This says the day of the cow dung battle begins with a collection of, quote, ammunition.
Mm-hmm. Well, you
from
got to have it.
those homes where they own cows.
You think you follow them around with a bucket underneath them?
That's got to be so fun if you're a kid. Just like, come on, we're going to go get all the cow poop, get a bucket, we're
Oh,
going.
fun.
If you're a kid and all your pals are doing it, it's probably a blast.
All right.
Yeah, maybe if you're a kid, you wish you were living here, where they go trick-or-treating. I get a candy bar. In my home,
You know
throw
what?
poop.
Who knows?
Okay.
What's the joke that ends with the guy's name being Who Flung Poo? You remember?
I thought it was Who Flung Dung.
I remember
Is
man
it Who Flung Dung?
I remember man who farteth in church sit in own pew. I remember that.
Coming up, we have a bald dating site, and we have a couple blasts from the past, including an interesting story about a Christmas tree theft. Oh, low.
Yeah.
Low. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, Bob and Tom tonight, coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out yet, we highly advise you do. It's lots of fun. It's 20 minutes of video highlights. The best of today's show tonight, right there on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Head on over there today. Click that red subscribe button. Join over 100,000 other Bob and Tom fans from around the world. Hell, we could be up to 200,000 by now. Haven't checked in a while. Maybe I should do my due diligence. At any rate, check out Bob and Tom tonight on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. And sorry for the profanity. I usually don't say that in the morning. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Despite empathetic warnings from public health authorities to stay home for Thanksgiving, millions of Americans are crowding the nation's airports ahead of the holiday. Many of them unwilling to miss out on seeing family and convinced they can do it safely. More than 3 million people were screened at U.S. airports Friday and Saturday, according to the Transportation Security Administration. That's the busiest stretch of air travel since mid-March. Still, the number of travelers crowding airports this weekend was down 57% from the same weekend last year. The federal government has recognized President-elect Joe Biden as the apparent winner of the November 3rd election. That formally starts the transition of power after President Donald Trump has spent weeks testing the boundaries of American democracy. The move came after Trump suffered yet more legal and procedural defeats in his seemingly futile effort to overturn the election. And it's the time of year you're looking for toys that will make good gifts for your kids, right? Well, a consumer advocacy group is warning shoppers there are some playthings that should be on the lookout for. The Boston-based group World Against Toys Causing Harm has put out its annual list of potentially dangerous toys. The group lists toys that feature such dangers as small parts, strings, projectiles, hard surfaces, and toxic substances. Watch says there are an estimated 240,000 toy-related injuries to kids each year. So once again, that's World Against Toys Causing Harm. If you want to check that out, the website is toysafety.org. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Josh, you couldn't have been any worse than my last Santa Claus, because the last one I went to, I was about 9 years old, sit on his lap. He had one of them gizzard pipes come out of his trach hole.
Oh, no.
Even carved a hole in his beard so it could air out proper. But it was clogged or something, because over half his beard was jaundiced. It looked like, you know, when them poodles drink well water and they get a little yellow on their face.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So you had to put your ear up to the pipe to hear what you was getting for Christmas.
Must not have been the real Santa.
Most years it's just a Dixie cup full of infection.
Bob and Tom in the morning.
On Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, how is everybody?
Good.
Good. Let's see a couple quick things. The weather from Miss Christy Lee.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Showers and cloudy this afternoon, high 48. Tonight, rain returns after midnight, low 42. Thunderstorms, 57 on Wednesday. But it looks like a dry Thanksgiving and a high of about 52 degrees. So that's not
sunny
bad
on
at
Thanksgiving?
All. I don't know the answer to that. I'll have to look it up. I just have the temperature.
I apologize.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to lead you down
Yeah, I know. I should know that.
a road that you didn't.
It says cloudy, actually, with a high of 50.
Yeah.
Huh? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Thanksgiving Day, there is a, I'm telling you right now.
I'm telling you right now. I just told you.
Very slight percentage chance of rain after 10 o'clock.
Jesus.
So, Josh, you should be okay.
Okay.
You're going to do your annual ritual?
Well, he's not going to sit outside and eat, are you?
No, Josh likes to put on what's essentially a cod piece.
Right.
And it's not.
What?
I don't know if I want to come over now.
Josh, you accepted it so quickly.
Well, please don't laugh at my religious activities.
It's a cod piece. It looks like a giant turkey neck. And then that's all he has on.
Right.
So if it's raining, you kind of look up at the sky and chant.
And I'm thanking the gods for the rain.
Oh, it's like a rain dance of sorts.
Right. And if it's not
chilly.
raining,
It can be very chilly.
Yeah, thank them for the sunny day.
Okay.
It's a dance of gratitude.
Can we get some photographs this year?
That's paganistic origins. But
Okay.
yes, yeah.
Will Mr. Godwin?
We're not allowed to photograph.
Did you get one for Mr. Godwin?
No. He's not been.
Because I understand the Irish cod piece, also known as the thimble.
All true. It may be short, but it's thin.
Pat even has a song about it. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Where was I? I know. Today's the 24th of November. 2020. How was everybody?
Great.
Did you hanging in there? Getting ready for a big Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's see. Ace, Chick, Josh. I'm Tom. There's Willie.
Hey.
Purple shirted lady is Christy Lee.
Hi, yes.
The black shirted man in the other room with the
Gray. That must be one of your shirts that used to be black.
No.
That's got that weird vertical zipper on it.
Oh, yeah. You guys hate this shirt.
Is that a stash pocket? What is that?
Willie's jumping on too now.
What is
No,
it?
it's like a fishing shirt.
That's the ugliest shirt I've ever seen in my life.
It's not ugly.
Boy, that
Don't
shirt says
listen
I
to
was
them.
on sale. It's got a vertical zipper on the
I know. It's ridiculous. It's for not dating is what it is.
That's a Cabela's closeout.
Would you? So that you would not wear, because that shirt looks like every shirt you own, Tom, other than the vertical pocket there.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
It's so distracting. I can't.
The vertical pocket throws you guys off that much?
I may shift shirts.
Is there cloth underneath it, or if you unzip it, can we see your nipple?
No, there's a cloth.
Oh,
It's like a pocket.
Oh, that'd be so
You can
great.
ask me to see my nipple
Take the
anytime
back
in the
of that
bathroom.
out.
Yeah, that'd be a little freak.
That'd be great. You're on a first date, you zip it out and then go like this and flash your nipple.
Hi, honey. Hi, what's your name? Anita. Okay, you want to see my nipple pocket?
You like that, sweetie? All right.
You like that?
I like the way you're working that gum. You want to give this a little action?
Suck on this. Huh?
The lady will have the filet with the loaded baked potato and a shot of my nipple. That's what she likes, yeah.
Why would that? Who would do that to a shirt?
There's got to be a reason. I think it's a fishing or a
No, I think
hunting
it's a
thing.
it's a faux fishing shirt because it only has.
Oh, it's for fishing, huh?
No.
It's fishing for ladies.
Faux fishing. That's how your phone goes in there. If you're on the Lady of the Mist to protect it from
There you go.
whatever.
And if your phone,
The phone does go in there.
Yeah.
Is it waterproof?
No,
that doesn't look ridiculous.
But I bet that's what it's for.
Well, that looks exactly like you putting something in your phone.
That looks like a pacemaker from 1962.
No, what's the difference between that and you putting it in your pocket?
My pocket's a normal men's pocket.
Oh, God.
That's like a pocket that you'd have a flask in, and then one day you get shot, and then you go, oh, my lucky flask, and you pull it out, and the bullet's in there. And
Put a Bible behind the flask.
hey, Pat, there's a windbag for you.
Okay, go ahead.
It's based on your latest and greatest new song about coconuts.
Oh,
Some
boy.
of the details.
It says here, this comes to us, it starts, Dear Densa members.
I like that. That's very
What does that mean?
Mensa.
Like Mensa is the genius society.
I'm sorry,
this is for the stupid.
I will use small words so as not to hurt your heads. The coconut is not a fruit. It is a drupe. D-R-U-P-E.
You're a droop.
Nice.
I would write more.
You're sad groups, mister.
It would just go over your heads. And then we got a letter from, oh my gosh, listen to this name, Brock Dal Santo.
Oh, that's a name.
That is a great name.
He sounds like Mike Tyson's bodyguard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Brock Del Santo's here. Be careful. He's going to kill you.
special Del Santo for the defense.
I mentioned a silly name that I thought was in a joke, and he reminds us that the author of the book, Brown Spots on the Wall, is, of course, Who Flung Poo.
Josh,
Are we going down that road again?
No.
Josh, what was the fruit thing? It was a droop?
Yeah, D-R-U-P-E.
Oh, changing it right now.
Oh, all right.
No, don't change it. No one knows what that means.
You're believing one guy.
Okay, we'll stick with fruit.
Okay, droop, a freshy flute. Okay.
A fleshy fruit.
Fleshy.
This is one of those words that shows up in a crossword puzzle that no one's ever used.
Isn't coconut meat called copra? C-O-P-R-A?
Like coprophilia?
That's creepy.
Which is kind of weird, yeah.
What a fascinating topic in the bizarro world.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, am I boring you?
Yeah, coconut meat. Really?
Okay.
I'm
well,
so...
Oh, well.
It's a good fat. You should eat coconut.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Donnie, how are you, sir?
Good. Hey, if coconut ain't a fruit, then how's come they always got almond joys and mounds right by the Skittles at the store?
Good point. You're right.
Rest my case. You guys all excited about Thanksgiving this year?
Yes, sir.
I know it's going to be a little different. Like, we ain't even doing traditional Baker Thanksgiving.
No?
And normally we're like most families, start pre-gaming around 10, grubbing around noon, then just lay around a big screen, watching Scarface. But this year, my mom Phyllis says she's probably just going to make a covered dish from the buffet at Xanadu's.
Okay.
Is Yeah, she's back on day shift, so thank God she'll get first dibs.
Yeah.
Oh, and this year, instead of face-to-face, we got to go back to arguing about politics over Facebook and Ancestry.com. Well, usually you got your right side of the family in the living room watching TV and drinking PBRs.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got your left side of your family out behind the woodshed smoking weed.
Right.
And in my case, you got your libertarian cousin, Uncle Spangle, teaching the grandkids about Marxism in the basement.
Yeah.
Marxism.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
You guys know my Aunt Gertrude, right?
No.
She's Uncle Spangle's mom. She's all excited because this year she won't be stuck in the kitchen listening to him ramble on about libertarianism and his award-winning podcast and then going on about how he's best friends with some dick who came in last on Survivor. Swear to God.
On and on.
I mean, I know, Chick. If it ain't Rupert, who cares, Spangle Dick? But he'll be there. Anyways, the reason I'm calling you is I know it's like smaller gatherings this year. Some people ain't going to be cooking a turkey.
Right.
And I always hear you guys talking about turducken, and that's a hen stuffed into a duck and then shoved in a turkey.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's popular, but I'm thinking turducken might be way too much food for quarantine Thanksgiving.
I agree.
So, spoiler alert, I'm here to tell you guys today how to make the ultimate Thanksgiving dish invented by a former stripper and now the sous chef at Xanadu's, Tabitha Bandy.
Okay.
All right.
It's called a butt foxin'.
Butt foxin'?
It's smaller, but stick with me, it's smaller, but it's way better eating.
Right.
Lower cholesterol. So, the butt foxin' is basically a butt steak.
Right.
Shoved inside a free-range fox.
Uh-huh.
And then packed inside a corn tin.
Right.
And you cook it 350 for 6 hours.
Ooh.
Wait, 9 hours. I forgot most of them leave the tail on it. Anyways, it's a lot of work getting that fox to stay inside the hen.
I bet.
You're going to use unsalted butter. Well, worst case scenario, if you can't get it to fit good, make sure the ears are pinned back or just spit on it. Because the germs are going to burn off in the oven.
All right. I see what you're...
The fact remains, stuffing a butt foxin' reminds me of the very first time me and Tabitha Bandy got together in the first place.
Uh-huh.
She's a great cook, and if you did everything just right, she's super moist. Swear to God.
Hang up the phone, Hayes.
Yes,
I'm going to just
please.
skip the fox part this year and put a baby in her.
Oh, God, Donnie.
Boy, all right.
He did bring up something that led me to a story. PBR, did you see what they're doing in 15 states? They have released the PBR 99 cans case. So you can have literally 99 cans of PBR on the wall if you'd like.
Wow.
It's long. It's one big, long 99 cans worth of beer.
How do they transport it?
You have to have two people. It's about the size of probably a long yardstick. It's long.
I love it.
And it has 3 different types of PBR in it.
I just want the classic.
Do they have the hard coffee in there, maybe?
No, they don't. They have original, easy, and extra. So it's
okay.
So it's probably 33 of each. But yeah, 99 pack will cost you $175. But that would be something to bring to a party.
That sure would.
Gosh, I drank a lot of PBRs trying to be cool in cool bars in Chicago.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was a cool beer. I just like it.
It's like the hipster beer.
Yeah.
You go to the alt rooms. Oh, yeah.
Here's the
Are you looking?
photograph. Yeah, this thing, it looks like they're carrying a stack of 2x4s.
Right. It's long.
I don't think it would fit in any traditional, even SUV. You'd have to have it like in a Suburban or a pickup truck.
Yeah. Well, maybe if you put it through the middle, like in between the 2 front seats all the way through the back, it might fit. Yeah.
Sounds like a party.
You mean you've got it sticking out the driver's side and the passenger side?
No, long way.
Resting there on the console.
Okay.
Yeah, on the console.
It's hilarious.
Could you imagine
It is hilarious.
you and a couple buddies, you get back to your apartment complex, and then you can't fit it in the stairway? You're like, well, we got to drink 20 beers now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you could take the corner. You'd have to take it out of this. This is hilarious.
It is
Dickie
funny.
Dick and I, that's the only way we carry our beer, hanging out the side of the car.
That's right. Now, you got to tie a ribbon around the end of it so it sticks out too far.
Well, it is past blue ribbon.
Gets it cool.
Yeah.
See?
Indeed, yeah.
Nice and cool.
You
We
better
can't afford
use a red ribbon.
We can't afford PPR.
Okay, Christy, this
It's a
version
nice
of the
beer.
article, I don't know if this is the one you have. It says that you can get it in Texas,
Yeah.
Massachusetts,
15
Michigan,
states.
Pennsylvania, New York, Florida, South
Are
Carolina.
you going to name them all?
Well, that's why I didn't, but if you want, you could. Iowa,
inform our listeners
Colorado,
where you can
Wisconsin.
get. Yeah, we're on the air and all this.
Are they available in every city in these states, or just
How about
certain?
that? Yeah, what cities in
certain
those states?
retailers? Or
They're only available at liquor stores that start with the letter B.
Wow.
He's making that up.
Okay, that's a lie.
Yeah, it says here in my story that it's worth calling around to find out if it's available in your
this
city.
is
or your
very funny.
It's really funny.
God, that reminds me. Now, Pat, real quick, don't you have a famous song based on 99 bottles of beer in the wall?
Well, you know, when I would work the ships, I would walk by the piano bar, and they'd be singing all these drinking songs, sing-along drinking songs. And I don't drink anymore, so I thought I'd write the first sing-along drinking song for the recovering alcoholic.
Nice.
99 bottles of beer in the wall, 99 bottles of beer, but I'm not drinking today. I'm in AA. 99 bottles of beer in the wall. Let me check. There's still 99 bottles of beer in the wall, 99 bottles of beer. You know, I told you before, I don't drink anymore. 99 bottles of beer in the wall, 99 bottles of beer in the wall, 99 bottles of beer. You know, it sounds like fun. I'll have just one. 3 bottles of beer in the wall, 3 bottles of beer in the wall, 3 bottles of beer. Get your hands off me, officer. I'll kick you in the rear.
Time. All right.
Finally. Chick, I was waiting all this time.
Wow. A proper ending. The politically correct ending to the song. This Paps has been doing some really cool promotions lately.
Yes.
That's a really funny one. You've got to see this picture. It's
I just put it up on Twitter. It's pretty. It'll take 2 people. I mean, well, I guess you could carry it in the middle, and it'd be
the photograph I'm looking at. The one guy has got the look on his face like, I'm drinking all of these myself, and he's really happy about it. Good for you, sir. Have a good time. Now, I want to remind you that we have some interesting stuff coming up, including if you've got hair issues like I do, or a couple of us, there's a dating site just for bald guys. So we'll find out what that's all about. Also, speaking of beer, we've got a brewery that's having their beer delivered by reindeer.
Cool.
Which is super cool. And then we've got the stolen Christmas tree story that I stumbled upon. I want to get to that. Right now, I want to remind you, our friends at Napa have something for the holidays. How about getting 20% off 3 or more items by purchasing a Napa tool bag for just $4.99. Why? Well, because then you get 20% off power tools, 20% off windshield wipers, 20% off oil, 20% off oil filters, and more. That's what we call it, the Napa Bag of Tricks. Just check it out at your favorite Napa Auto Parts store. Quality parts, helpful people. That is Napa Know-How. Once again, 20% off a whole bunch of stuff. And by the way, Napa's got some pretty cool stuff that would be a real nice stocking stuffer. So head over there now. At participating Napa locations, exclusions apply, may not be combined with other offers. This offer ends November 30th, 2020, so get on it today. Stop by and say hi to those great folks at Napa. They've got Napa Know-How. And when we come back, the aforementioned blah, blah, and don't let the moose lick your car.
No.
Really?
It's become a problem, and I'll tell you why next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Kostaki Economopoulos, don't forget about his all-pro lines where pro football and pro comedians collide. You can contribute your pro football jokes right there at All Pro Lines. Also, every Wednesday night on Facebook Live at 9 p.m., it's Kostaki's 50 Toasts. Search Kostaki at patreon.com to join that community. And comedian Nick Griffin on the way, zooming his way in. We'll be back with the Bob and Tom Show after this quick news update from Christy Lee. Oh, Christy.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The National Zoo held a vote to name the 3-month-old giant panda born at the Smithsonian facility back in August. And after 5 days of voting, a tally of the 135,000 ballots has revealed a winner. The name is Xiao Shi Ji, or Little Miracle in English. Voters got to choose from among 4 Mandarin Chinese names offered. The zoo is closed right now, of course, because of coronavirus concerns. And if you're a Smashing Pumpkins fan, they're serving you up a double album on Friday. The band's 11th studio album features 20 tracks produced by frontman Billy Corgan. The album, titled CYR, is the group's first since 2018. And Miley Cyrus is ready to rock and roll on her new album. So to do so, she recruited some famous rock stars. It's her 7th studio release. Some of the collaborators you'll hear on Plastic Hearts are Stevie Nicks, Billy Idol, and Joan Jett. She also teamed up with some musicians who have serious pop chops, like producers Mark Ronson and Louis Bell. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Ladies, he'll love the taste, and you'll love that filling feeling.
Oh, my God, Norman, where did you get that thing?
Nuttin' Raisin Honey from Post. Who else? Nuttin' Raisin Honey, coming to a store near you. Nuttin' Raisin Honey, eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
My best friend Jack fell from his ladder, drunk as a skunk at his work one day, broke his back, bruised his bladder, switched to beer, now he's okay. Grandma Thelma beat up me auntie, all liquored up on the lawn one day, so we took away her box of Chianti, switched to beer, now she's okay. Honey, get your head to clear, switch to beer, switch to beer. You don't have to go to AA, switch to beer, you'll be okay. Father McFeely said a sorry mass, 3 sheets to the wind at his church one day, pinched an altar boy on the ass, switched to beer, now he's okay. Yeah. Some tart broke my heart and set me free, so I drank straight gin for a year one day. Woke up in a rehab facility, switched to beer, now I'm okay. Honey, get your head to clear, switch to beer, switch to beer. You don't have to.
Maybe it's just you. 8:21 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That is correct. Coming up, the handsome factor about to go off the charts.
Thank you.
Okay. A quick forecast from Christy Lee.
Q95, Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Showers and cloudy skies this afternoon, high 48. Rain returns after midnight down to 42. Thunderstorms tomorrow with a high of 57. We have 40 degrees currently.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. Now, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. If we ignore him, he won't know that we can see him. So just shh. Let's see. Well, here in the studio, we have Ace. There's Chick. There's Josh. I'm Tom. And then Willie G is here. Through the glass, I can see Christy Lee.
Hi, everybody.
In the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. Patty G. That's a good hot guitar today, Pat.
Thanks.
Sounded good. Look look at the screen. Oh, my God, there he is.
There's our buddy.
There's a floating Greek head there.
Our good pal.
Hi,
It's Kostaki Economopoulos, comedian and NFL guy, and the proprietor of All Pro Lines, where pro football and pro comedians collide, and amateur comedians, too. You can submit your NFL-related or sports-related jokes to Kostaki.
He's not a floating head. I mean, there's his shoulders.
Oh, there you go. Okay. There we go. Shoulders, knees, and toes. Hi, Kostaki. How are you?
You chicken fat.
I'm good.
Okay.
Good to see you.
See you. What's the latest? How are your Atlanta Falcons doing, sir?
Oh, they lost again. That's how they do. They lost to the Saints. Drew Brees missed this week with 11 fractured ribs. The usual treatment for that. Barbecue sauce. That's a lot of ribs.
That's a half rack.
Taysom Hill got the start. Taysom Hill sounds like one of the lesser-known battles from the Revolutionary War.
Battle of Taysom Hill. I agree.
Yeah. Or the follow-up to Dawson's Creek this week on Taysom Hill.
Yeah, very good.
Former Buck Jameis Winston would have been the more obvious starter. Winston must have been pleading with Coach. You know I could do this, Coach. I've been throwing the ball to Saints players for years. Jameis was listed as questionable. He's not hurt, just questionable. The Saints had 8 sacks against the Falcons. Did Dan Quinn come back to guest coach the Falcons left tackle or something? What happened? My team is so terrible. Julio Jones has hamstring issues again. This guy gets hurt more than a comedian reading YouTube comments.
That's funny.
That's dumb.
That can apply to almost any profession. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you don't want to read them. The haters
I thought
are out
you'd
there.
enjoy this. Casey Funky at All Pro Lines jumped in and tagged this joke with, he walked off the job like he was Chad Zamuk. There you go.
Sure did.
Famous comedian who walked out of our show after 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I say famous only because he's famous for doing that.
Right. It was during my call-in. You might not remember
That's
that.
right. Yeah. And
And I was like,
Oh, that's
how come
right.
these jokes aren't working? Oh, there's something weird happening.
yeah.
Sorry about that. Now, Kostaki, if we could break away for just a second. First off, if people want to participate in the All Pro Lines extravaganza, how do they do that?
Just go to @AllProLines on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, and we're writing jokes and doing setups and punchlines, and there's memes, and if I write a joke, you're welcome to pile in and tag one, whatever works. It's been super interactive and fun. I love it.
I made a couple memes last night and sent them to you.
He did. They're posted on my Instagram as well. They're very funny, I must say. They're kind of a visual. I almost wrote them down. I don't know if you want to try to pull one off, but they're funny.
Thank you. Thanks.
Give me an example, Josh.
This week there was a popular picture of Derek Carr going around where he looks pretty upset. Mm-hmm. So I memed. He's looking upset. He's staring sort of like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining. I said, "Oh, this is me." When the person ahead of me at the Chinese buffet takes the last crab rangoon.
I see.
That was one of them, yeah.
Very good, very good. And you can participate as long as let people know once you get
here's the All Pro Lines fan joke of the week from Nick Berger this week. Phillip Rivers threw for 300 yards to 9 different receivers, and that was just to his kids in the backyard.
He's got a lot of kids.
Very fertile. Nick Berger's a good dude, funny guy.
Have you ever heard Chick McGee's impression of Phillip Rivers? It's been one of my favorites for years, even when he was in San Diego.
I got 9 kids, man. I don't remember I got to yell like this because that's the only way you get hurt in my house, yelling like damn kids. My wife's vagina is a clown car. It's unbelievable.
Unnecessary. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Phillip. Where were we? So, Kostaki, are you in Atlanta, Georgia right now?
Yes.
Okay, now so you're doing Thanksgiving. Now, who all's there? Your mom?
Yeah, we've been sort of here with Mom, so it'll be our little group and my brother's family. We're going to have 2 tables in the backyard. We're going to try to be safe and still together.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. And then with your Greek heritage, I assume there's some unusual Greek dish at Thanksgiving?
Unusual?
They sit down for.
You mean something wrong is what you mean.
I assume you guys have Thanksgiving gyros over there.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, there's a lot of great things from Greek culture, of course. I was just wondering if those wonderful people from Greece who had moved over there, do they put honey in the turkey? Is there something like that balaclava stuff? Whatever. Baklava, whatever.
Olive casserole. Yeah, sure.
Grape leaves.
We do the traditional turkey and stuffing and everything, and then baklava at the end. You know, the way the Pilgrims did. They loved their phyllo dough. You know that.
But it's Greek, so they stuff the turkey from behind.
Yes.
Yay!
You're back, Jay. You're back. Classic.
Good joke.
There it
Everybody
is.
stuffs the turkey.
There it is.
What, you go through the front?
Yeah, of course.
Well, your front's my behind. No, wait a minute. So we
stuff
the
it from the
joke
front.
police. You're the joke police now. Is that right?
Joke police is here.
You stick them up. Wait.
Knock, knock.
Now, Kostaki, I know you pretty well, but I don't know this about you. Can you cook?
Not really.
So will you be participating, or are you just going to do the dishes?
I'm mostly the dishes guy for this stuff. Yeah, I cook. I don't have recipes. I cook like salmon and broccoli. You know, I do the super simple pastas, and I end up cooking a lot. But I don't really cook.
Now,
Cook. You know what I mean?
will your mom be in charge of the cooking then?
Yeah, your mommy's going to be cooking. Yeah.
My mommy is for my whole life. My dad did most of the cooking for when I was a kid, but mom always did Thanksgiving and Christmas. So this is her holiday. She's got some. Yeah, she's got traditional.
Remember they brought Kostaki home on Christmas. Remember that? Happy Christmas. They put him on the table.
Who are you mad at?
You remember that?
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, Kostaki, we've been dealing with this
Such
all
a
day.
heartwarming story and lovely, happy family. Yeah. Nothing like it in America. Yeah.
Rockwellian.
Here he is.
So nice to connect with friends.
Dodging texts, things like that. That's what friends do, Tom.
Now more than ever.
So maybe we should just get back to football. I'm sorry I asked.
Okay.
Carson Wentz threw a pick six to Taki. Did you see that? That sounds like a relative of mine.
Taki. Yeah,
Taki Economopoulos.
Yeah.
Don't mind him. That's just Uncle Taki. Somehow the name Redskins is no longer the most embarrassing thing about the NFC East. that division is really not good.
That's for sure.
But the Browns are 7-3. Is 2020 weird or what? The last time the Browns were 7-3 was 1994. Belichick and Testaverde. How about that?
Oh, wow. Man.
Haley's Comet comes around more often than a good Browns team. 25 years of losing. That's a lot in dog pound years. Am I right, everybody?
Very clever.
Pound.
Very
clever.
Yes, making friends everywhere, as Chip often says.
Yes, that's how we do.
Stucky likes to get every football fan he will eventually crap all over your team.
That's right.
That's right. I did make fun of the Falcons for 2 months in a row, to be fair. The Dolphins, did you see this? The Dolphins trampled a ref during an interception celebration. It's the first ever stampede by a pod of dolphins.
Yeah, that's kind of a literal joke.
Yeah.
Dolphins not being able to be on land.
Right.
I've watched a lot of National Geographic, but never seen a dolphin or a zebra.
And I'm the jerk today. Okay. All right.
Now, you know what you call it? Now, you got it correct, though. It is a pod. Is it a pod of dolphins? I know it's a pod of whales.
It's a pod of dolphins. I know this is going to get us to one of your favorite jokes ever.
Yep.
No, it's not. Here it comes.
Yep.
Pod of dolphins, a murder of crows. What is it for comedians, Tom?
A bitter of comedians. Don't read those comments.
That's right. Packers Colts had a lot of penalties. That game had more flags than a gay pride parade.
What was like in the last 5 minutes? Was it 6 holding penalties or something? It was
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, they shouldn't be holding.
I guess not. Don't you think you learn after 4? Doesn't somebody say, fellas?
Well, they shouldn't be holding. Good point.
I'm all for holding. Otherwise, that player might go somewhere you don't want them to go.
Exactly. Come here. Have you heard Josh's very sophisticated theory about defense?
Right. Pass interference.
I legitimately hate pass interference.
Here it is.
So a guy goes out for a pass, you could just tackle him before the ball gets there?
Otherwise, he might catch the ball.
Are we playing tackle football or not?
And vice versa. If the guy's about to catch the ball and there's a defense, you can push him away because he might tackle you. I'll never understand it.
Okay. Kostaki, where are we? Are we getting near the closer?
I was struck that, yeah, we can get there. I was struck that the Chargers end zone said end racism. I was like, that's a tall order. They can barely stop the New York Jets. Let's do that.
Yeah, one step at a time.
Take it easy, Sandy.
Take it easy.
That is a profound joke, Kostaki. Oh, that is so funny. How could you find comedy there and you did it? Nicely done.
It's a little razor thin, some of these subjects here.
Oh, I'm sure that'll piss off someone.
Yeah, that's right.
Hi, I'm Joe Humor. Listen, I'm in charge. Okay, great.
The Steelers have never been 10-0. I guess they don't count my vibrating football game when I was a kid. With those little vibrating cowboys were my Washington Generals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you ever have photoelectric football?
I didn't have that. I am familiar with that.
Did you have that, Chick? Weren't we talking about that? You know what that one was, Josh?
Yeah, it was essentially Battleship meets electronic football.
You pick your play, and there was a light underneath the box,
a light bulb,
and you'd lay the two plays down, and then some. You could see if you're
wherever the line crossed. That's how many yards you gained. It was real dumb.
Seems pretty confusing. Why don't you just play Madden? Madden be so much easier.
Yeah, you guys could have just done that.
Plug the Xbox in, you're done.
Weirdos.
I just realized that we were cheated, weren't we?
Yes, you were.
Boy, were we ever.
We barely had Tecmo Bowl. What are you talking about?
Vibrating football.
The vibrating one, you put them on this metal field, and they. It
was the worst.
That really sucked. It didn't involve any tactics.
No, they just moved.
Photoelectric football you had to kind of have a strategy.
Every now and then, you'd get the running back. He'd break free. What happened?
Yeah. You got to build a wedge, Tom. You don't know how to do vibrating.
You had the crayon boxes around the field for the
stadium seats?
Yes.
I used to sit in the stands.
Good time.
Oh, you're right. Crayons did have stadium seating.
Yes, they sure did.
Thank you, Kostaki.
Only $60
real big
and
box.
64.
Remember that real big box?
Right.
They were tiered and
sure.
Of course, the names of the crayons in those days, Kostaki, some of them a little rough.
Could we not go there?
Can we not talk about this?
They changed them now.
Just one time?
I was looking at the crayons the other day. They got the politically correct names.
Right.
Although I'm not sure what color queef means, but it was in there.
That's more of a sound, really.
White is just now called privilege. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Some people say that crayon is a myth. That starts fights.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
You should hear him.
Kostaki Economopoulos is our guest. Kostaki is an observer of the world of football, and All Pro Lines is his new project where you can participate. All Pro Lines and write some jokes, maybe do a drawing, maybe make a cartoon, whatever. Send it to Kostaki.
It's fun.
How do they find you again, Kostaki? I always forget this part.
All three of the major media at All Pro Lines. Come find me, social media, anywhere. Come do it. I wanted to jump on Willie's reference to do the closer if I can.
All right.
Okay.
The Pro Bowl will be played this year on Madden NFL 21.
Oh.
How about that? Belichick is already looking up the cheat codes. Good night, everybody.
That's a great show.
Oh, God. Is that true that they're really doing it on Madden?
How
yes,
weird.
it will not be happening live, so they're going to do the second best thing, play it on Madden.
Real silly.
That's actually a great idea. Wow.
There'll be real tackling, at least. So,
exactly. It'll be closer to...
And I don't know if you've seen NFL ratings this year, but I'm pretty sure that video game streamers have better ratings than actual
they may.
football players.
Wow.
A lot of people watch people play Madden instead of watching their team play.
Really? Boy, I don't get that at all.
I grew up with Tecmo Bowl. Did you have Tecmo Bowl? Or
Nope.
was that past your time before? Yeah.
A little early,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks, Kostaki. Great stuff.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great Thanksgiving, and can you
Happy
please
holidays.
help your mom, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's right.
Get in there and
My God,
Mommy, can I help you, Mommy?
Get out of my kitchen. I got this.
if
You know how she will be.
Are you going to be serving Retsina wine? Because if you're out of it, you can always just go get some oil from the garage. And get that liquefied.
On the sweet side.
Yeah, just go get some Good and Plenty and melt the black licorice, and there you go.
Yeah, Retsina's an acquired taste. Barely acquired by
Yeah, yikes.
Good luck, Kostaki. Thank you.
Happy holidays, buddy.
Hey, before we go to the break, I have a correction to make about my Pabst Blue Ribbon story.
Yeah?
That was from last November, or in 2019, and I feel bad because it was November of 2019.
I thought you were going to make a correction about your Pap smear. I didn't know.
My Pap smear was negative, thank you. But, and I tried to find it, and apparently it was a limited edition, and I don't think they're bringing it back for 2020.
I just got a letter from a guy that says they are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I hope that's
true. He's in Pennsylvania, and he said that they're longer than 6 feet.
Yeah, it's about 7 feet long. That's what I said.
He says they're stupid heavy.
I bet.
And they barely fit into my truck. Anyways, we'll talk about.
I can't imagine how heavy those are.
That picture is so funny. It looks like they're carrying 4 2x6s that are 8 feet long, and they're full of beer. Very funny idea.
I didn't want to mislead anyone.
2x6s.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I want to remind you. Well, you can tell me, Christy, what's up next?
Coming up, we have a moose in a vehicle. We also have Jaws, the shark, in the news. And we have our swingers party to get to. So.
We were swanging.
Just eating chocolate pie.
When you swing in 2020, you're happy if you get just gonorrhea.
Yes. Yeah.
You know that's curable.
In fact, I could come up with a short list of diseases you'd be not so bad about.
We'll be back to that list.
But first, I want to remind you.
100.
It's a quiz. Chick McGee?
100 is my sleep number, Tom. You know that.
Oh, that's a nice firm mattress. Christy Lee?
35.
35. That is like sleeping on a marshmallow. But it's a free country. They should call the Sleep Number bed the free country American bed.
The freedom bed.
That's right, because you can set it on whatever you want. And if you want to change it, that's right. Even though we live in a culture where no one will change their opinion about anything, you could change your opinion about sleeping. You know something?
What?
I'm tired of sleeping on a soft mattress. Bzzzt.
There you go.
Oh, look, my Sleep Number bed's now a firm mattress. What a great idea. It's like the Swiss Army knife of mattresses. Why haven't they picked up on this idea of mine? So here's the main thing. Quality sleep, they've been doing a lot of analysis about it. Even an extra 15 minutes is really good for your immunity system.
Keeps you from being here.
Well, that would apply to just the people here. I'm not going to disagree. I do love my Sleep Number bed. My doctor called me a few years ago, and he goes, do you really have one of those Sleep Number beds? And I went, yeah, I had one before we were even talking about it on the air. I love this thing.
Doctor.
I do recommend it highly. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed, they term it game-changing sleep. Now it's the ultimate Sleep Number event right now because you can save 50%. As Chick McGee would say, that's almost half.
Darn right.
On the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed, they got a whole bunch of different things that they've got going there. So check it out personally by going to sleepnumber.com/BT show. Excuse me, sleepnumber.com/BT show. Limited time. Sleep Number stores or online, like I said. Sleep Number is the official sleep and wellness partner of the NFL. Coming back with "We Were Swangin'" and bald dudes, and there's some kind of a dating service for you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You can find us on Twitter @Bob and Tom, or you can email us at bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Rolling through a Tuesday morning, Kostaki Economopoulos. Nick Griffin on the way. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for joining us. Keep in mind, we will be off Thursday and Friday. Best of shows rolling right on through. And don't forget, it's a wonderful laugh on Bob and Tom 24/7 from Thanksgiving afternoon until Christmas night. We'll be laughing all the way. It's a wonderful laugh all this holiday season right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Jared Goff threw for 376 yards, 3 touchdowns. Matt Gay kicked a 40-yard field goal, 2:36 remaining. The Rams, 27-24 winners last night over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. Goff completed 39 of 51, including scoring throws to Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, and Cam Akers. The Baltimore Ravens reopened their training facility yesterday afternoon after closing earlier in the day due to another coronavirus outbreak within the team. Several members of the organization have tested positive for COVID ahead of Thursday night's showdown with Pittsburgh. Vikings have placed star wide receiver Adam Thielen on the COVID list. He leads the NFL with 11 touchdown catches. And the San Francisco 49ers have added defensive lineman DJ Jones and Jordan Willis to their COVID list. The Niners have placed 8 players to that list since defensive lineman Eric Armstead placed on it last week following a positive test. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
In school now, he had to have a Zoom meeting. The only time he's used Zoom before was with his buddies. And he just texted last night. Just did Zoom meeting for class project, and my name was the same Zoom name from when I was Zooming with my buddies. Big Daddy Dick. Big Daddy Dick has joined the meeting.
All right, we're going to start studying our lab.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
Looking to buy a new car, but the looking part is getting old hat? Well, maybe you need to try shopping at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors.
Hi, looking for a new car? Well, look no further. Just stop into Bob Bile Motors and I'll show you my You heard right. You get to see my just by stopping at Bob Bile Motors.
That, my friends, is the Bob Bile difference. The Bob Bile difference.
And that's not all. Take a test drive and I'll also let you see my
That's Bob Bile Motors.
And hey guys, during Bob Bile's Celebration Bonanza Days, if you buy a car from Bob Bile Motors, I'll not only show you my and my I'll let you in the and after that, you're in the
Is that even possible? It is at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors. Why the hell shop anywhere else?
Somebody get me a towel.
Hey, Bob Bile here. Hey, if you don't buy a car at Bob Bile Motors, you must be a friggin' fruitcake.
Due to pending litigation, Bob Bile Motors is suspending free hot dog Fridays.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Tom Simmons is our guest. I understand you've been to Afghanistan, I assume, on one of the USO type tours.
The Comics on Duty.
Okay, good for you.
Afghanistan is desolate, man. Everything is dirt. Every building, every structure is like dirt. We don't need satellite-guided bombs. We just should drop water balloons.
That'll muddy you.
Wow. Turn that place into mud and farmland, and it'll be great.
Have you run this strategic idea by the people at the Pentagon?
Yeah, it'd save us a lot of money.
48 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That is correct, and thank you very much. And don't forget, the Bob and Tom TV show is called Bob and Tom Tonight, which is good because it'll be on tonight. My Indie TV 23 at 11:30 this evening. Thank you very much. Also, speaking of cool things to do at night, there's some great light shows out there. One of them is called Christmas Night of Lights at the State Fairgrounds. My girls checked it out again last night. It's a lot of fun and very Christmassy, yes. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's see now. I look around the room. I see our engineer is Ace Cosby. The legendary voice. Legendary lover. The F word now applies to Ace, of course, fiance.
Yeah.
Or as he likes to use the F word, friend. Whoops. Or does faux pas start with an F or a PH?
Yes, it does.
Ace, of course, is at the omahasteaks.com joke of the day desk. Today's what? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Could we do a bonus twofer joke of the day? Ace, do you have any ammunition?
Yeah, we gotta cram a couple in because we're not here the end.
Oh, that's right.
Well, you do some homework over there, Ace. That, of course, was the voice of Chick McGee.
Thank you.
Josh Arnold is taking a breather from the That Josh Arnold podcast, available, as he would say, wherever you get podcasts.
That's right.
That's helpful. And he's at the IHateStevensinger.com sidekick chair. Mr. Godwin's in there. Ms. Christy Lee is over there doing a great job. And
Thank
this is
you.
Tom speaking. Willie G is right next to me enjoying some nice coffee. Thank you. Now,
please go through that.
What?
Walk us through what just happened, Willie, and you need to help him.
Okay, so here's how it all started. My
This
dad goes,
was unbelievable.
This was weird.
My
We
dad
had
goes,
to sit through.
"Can I get you a coffee?" And I said, "Sure." And he goes, "Well, come on, let's go." And I was going to use the restroom, so I was going to go. And I go, "You know what? It's fine. Don't even worry about it."
So when you said, you want me to get you some coffee, you didn't mean that at all.
No, I did. I just can't bring them back because I can't carry 4 coffee cups.
So why can't you?
Well, and then, Christy, you might be saying, why would you need 4 coffee
Well, that's
cups?
the other. Yeah, for 2 people.
Because apparently the cups are too small now.
These new cups are too small.
That's true, actually.
So if you fill them with coffee, they're going to spill.
Here we go.
So you fill them partway, then you put your cream in a separate cup. Because I have the grass-fed, organic, American dairy real cream that I use.
Why don't you take bigger cups? We have bigger cups right in there.
Why don't you just run out into traffic and just yell at a car to hit you? Why don't you do that?
I thought we were out of the big cups.
No. There's tons of them.
Why don't you take them where the coffee machine?
Oh, hey, look.
Oh, look. I have one. Do you have one? Josh has one.
That's because you guys.
Yeah, we're out of them, all right.
Yeah.
They were in the green
Right
room.
again.
And I won't go in there because
Even
you
have your
guys
GD name on them.
If you think that don't make me sick drinking out of, you're wrong.
It's the only thing.
There are 2 boxes of them in the performance room if you'd like me to.
They're in there?
Yes.
Oh, it's about time someone told me.
Hey, no one likes you.
Okay,
You know
you know something? Right now, I don't care.
I know.
So I'm trying to find out.
You're not going to care later either.
Christy found this story from Delish
Right.
Last year about this Pabst Blue Ribbon 99 can box of beer, which is hilarious.
I think I'm more mad that we didn't find out about it last year.
I'm going to find out how much that weighs, by God.
And I've got a guy writing me here saying that he's got one right now, so I'm not sure what's happening. But that reminds me, sometimes when you Google news stories or particular things, something shows up and you don't realize at first that it's not contemporary.
Right, you don't notice the date.
This one's
which is
pretty
what happened to
cool.
me this morning.
This came out of Pensacola, Florida, and I noticed because I got my Christmas tree over the weekend, so I was looking for Christmas tree stuff.
Right.
It's the owner of a Florida Christmas tree business said more than 50 Fraser firs were stolen from her tree lot in front of a high school baseball field. And of course, this was a situation in which they were raising some cash for the baseball team. So first of all, stealing Christmas trees is a special month in hell. Minimum.
Oh, come on. Let the first person who hasn't gotten out of their truck, gone into a industrial park, grabbed a pine tree, chopped her down, and threw her in the back of the truck. Merry Christmas.
A charity lot selling Christmas trees. People work hard to grow those trees and to transport them. When I was getting our tree over the weekend, they just arrived with a giant truck full of trees from North Carolina, beautiful Christmas trees. But again, they stole a bunch of Fraser firs. You suppose when they cut those trees down, Josh, do you suppose they think of old times and they go, down goes Fraser?
I would like to think that somebody does that, yes.
My goodness. And
Those
George
poor-
Foreman standing there in that corner as cool as a cucumber.
Those poor saps.
I have a question. Is this joke too stupid to get the art department involved? Would no one else be interested in a picture of Frasier from Cheers in the show Frasier?
Yes.
Wearing a fur coat, and it would be a Frasier fur. No one.
I think you're onto something there. No one would be interested in that.
Yeah. And don't forget that part. It's something they are interested in.
No, wait a second. If they catch these guys that stole these Christmas trees, they're going to go to court. You know what they're going to have to do?
What?
They're going to have to take the stand. Now they're really in trouble.
A case of beer weighs 20 pounds.
Okay.
That's 24 beers.
So 4 cases is 96 beers. So that's 80 pounds, give or take, for 99 bottles of beer. And Ace woke up. 82. There you go.
82 pounds for that whole thing?
Yeah, and it cost about $175.
Thanks. Thanks, Ace.
It's still just so funny.
Yeah.
I say we get one of these.
Well, I hope they brought them back out for this year.
All right. Well,
Have you guys ever played Wisest Wizard? Wizard Staff?
what is it?
It's when you take a beer and then you finish it, you drink the whole beer, and you take another beer, a new beer, you put the old beer underneath it and you tape it, and you keep doing it until you have a whole wizard staff. And if you have the biggest wizard staff, then you're the wisest wizard.
I love it. Love it. I love all stuff like that.
You can make proclamations.
Oh, yes, you create the rules.
Yeah.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Yeah, so we could play Wisest Wizard.
Do you know this isn't Josh. Josh, go ahead, tell him.
You may not be aware of my alter ego.
Aruba Ray?
Sir Dude, the party night.
That's right. He's right here with you.
I would take a 12-pack to a party, and when I finished it, man, back then I could knock out a 12-pack. I would take, you know how it has the handle, it looks like the 2 slits of a knight. I would put that over my head and just in another room, and then I would walk into the main party, and everybody, oh my God, Sir Dude is here!
Dude, now we got a party.
Yeah.
And he's armed with his vagina repellent.
No.
Yeah, Sir Dude, the party
I'm sure
night.
the ladies love Sir Dude, the party
Sure
night.
they did.
Mildly amused at best.
Look, Arnold's got the beer case on his head again.
No. Arnold left the party when Sir Dude showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Sir Dude is here.
He's committed to
Nice.
it.
When we come back,
Oh, we have to leave already.
yeah, we got. I blame
We have a party of a different sort coming up.
blame myself.
He was swinging.
That's coming up. We was swinging, and also comedian Nick Griffin. Oh, he's a swinger.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Moods.
That's the best joke of the week. And not very many people picked up on it. That's some rock solid comedy. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Everything about the show is at bobandtom.com. Check it out now. State law.
Hi, this is Rodney Carrington, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's the laughter after the Bob and Tom show. We call it Bob and Tom's Work Farce. Ace Cosby, your host. Keep that smile going all day and keep your coworkers guessing what's making you so happy. It's us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. We'll have more of the Bob and Tom show coming up. Nick Griffin on the way on a Tuesday.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. Despite empathetic warnings from public health authorities to stay home for Thanksgiving, millions of Americans are crowding the nation's airports ahead of the holiday. Many of them unwilling to miss out on seeing family and convinced they can do it safely. More than 3 million people were screened at U.S. airports Friday and Saturday, according to the Transportation Security Administration. That's the busiest stretch of air travel since mid-March. Still, the number of travelers crowding airports this weekend was down 57% from the same weekend last year. The federal government has recognized President-elect Joe Biden as the apparent winner of the November 3rd election. That formally starts the transition of power after President Donald Trump has spent weeks testing the boundaries of American democracy. The move came after Trump suffered yet more legal and procedural defeats in his seemingly futile effort to overturn the election. And it's the time of year you're looking for toys that will make good gifts for your kids, right? Well, a consumer advocacy group is warning shoppers there are some playthings that should be on the lookout for. The Boston-based group World Against Toys Causing Harm has put out its annual list of potentially dangerous toys. The group lists toys that feature such dangers as small parts, strings, projectiles, hard surfaces, and toxic substances. Watch says there are an estimated 240,000 toy-related injuries to kids each year. So once again, that's World Against Toys Causing Harm. If you want to check that out, the website is toysafety.org. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I spent the entire weekend getting my Christmas tree up.
Oh, really?
Tree
it's
up.
one tree.
I got the tree up. I got the lights on. I got the wreaths up.
Did you physically put the tree up, or did you direct like you do everything?
I put it up.
Yes. How big is your tree?
It's only a 9-footer.
Oh, only.
Well, one does have to slum, doesn't one?
No. It's okay. We had the help of Rick Smits came over to help us.
Certainly not what I wanted.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Hello, Americans. It's that time of year again. You received your tax forms in the mail, and now it's time to settle up with the IRS. When it comes to tax preparation, well, listen to this. Honey, we got our tax forms.
Are you going to try to do it yourself again this year?
I don't know. It's such a pain in the butt. Taxes can be a pain in the butt. That's why you should let the specialists at Tax Preparation H Incorporated do your taxes for you. Tax Preparation H Incorporated relieves the pain often associated with filing your...
901 at Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Scott is my witness. I had no idea we had any of those glasses left.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Not glasses, they're cups.
Oh, they're the shape of glasses. Well, we have
they are.
A lot to do.
But glasses are made of glass.
Okay,
right?
sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
This is an argument you'd have make. Never mind.
Coming up,
Josh, are you going to participate or what?
I've learned not to engage.
Shake, I know that you don't need glasses.
CarX weather. Cloudy. Look for a high of 48. Now we have 40 degrees.
Well, that was brief.
You guys won't let me talk.
What was brief?
Oh, I thought it was a real thing.
That was unfortunate.
Now, Christy, I think it's important to know that Thursday,
Yes.
we're looking for a light rain about 4 in the morning, and then
It'll just be cloudy and up to 50. It'll be
by
fine.
about 10, the rain's supposed to taper off.
Yeah.
That's
So the clouds
won't
don't
slam shut.
Right. An oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, that's true.
That joke celebrating 40 years. In entertainment.
Bob and Tom Tonight is the TV show. It's on this evening, of course. That will be on My Indie TV 23 at 11:30. Hope you get a chance to check it out. Also, don't forget the lights at the fairgrounds. They're super cool. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's great to be here. This is the 24th of November. 2020 edition. And Thanksgiving just around the corner. We're all looking forward to it. Josh, a little nervous about cooking that turkey.
Scared to death.
That's all. You won't stop talking about it off the air. It's like, oh man, what if I ruin the turkey? What if I do this? What if I do that?
Waking in his boots.
Okay. Now, do you have a thermometer?
Yes. I also have a meat thermometer.
As opposed to
a human thermometer.
That wouldn't be very helpful. No.
Can you take one of those laser ones and point it at the turkey? Well,
that tells you the surface temperature. That would be pointless. You can do that if you want to get, what do you get, trichinosis? What do you get, salmonella? Remember,
Did you hear how you answered her input? Well, that would be pointless.
Well, the outside temperature of the turkey really has no bearing necessarily on the inside.
Yes, but you're for someone who thinks they converse with people a lot, you're bad at it.
Who have you been talking to?
Everyone?
Yeah, that's right. I can't form these opinions over 35 years myself.
It's time to check in with Christy Lee. We've got a couple interesting things in the news. Coming up, the great comedian Nick Griffin. But first we have, what, Christy?
Authorities in New York shut down a massive party at a swingers club in Queens. According to the New York Times, the city sheriff's officials broke up the sex party early Sunday. It involved 80 people crowded into a sex club where officials found 3 couples having sex in a crowded room. The crackdown is just the latest in a string of events the sheriff's office has shut down in the past month.
No, the people were, was that a crackdown or a crack up? Never mind. What a bad idea, though. Jeez.
Well, how about a wedding with 7,000 people? Did you see that one?
Yeah, but the orgy, at least it's, how'd you get the COVID? I don't know, probably the sex orgy?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, but I assume the wedding had a better spread.
Oh.
Yeah? Better spread?
Talking about cheeks, Jake.
There you go.
Yeah. Spread them cheeks.
So the cops get there and they catch these 3 couples anyway, flagrant delicto. Mm-hmm. Sounds like a deli sandwich that smells good. It might if the cops go, can you see the cop going, a lot of people here, can we borrow your handcuffs, mister? That is just weird.
Weird because it's a sex club or just weird because of COVID?
In today's circumstances, I think that would be one of the things almost everyone might agree on. Probably not a great idea.
Probably right.
Yeah, and if you're going to go to a swingers party in the New York area, come on, go to Manhattan, all right? That's
not Brooklyn.
What are you doing in one of the
Don't
other
go to Queens? Jeez.
And I have a question. Hugh Hefner being dead and all, is the term swingers still out there?
I think so.
Yeah.
Remember, wasn't the famous door knocker at the Playboy Mansion? Wasn't it Latin? If you don't swing, don't ring, or something?
Something like that.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Really?
I never knew that. Yeah.
I think it was something like. I read the book about him years ago. I think that's what I'll have to look at it. But did you see who was there when they busted the swingers club?
No, I didn't. Who?
Rudy Giuliani.
Oh, really?
He was looking for a place for his next.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say like John Favreau or something.
Yeah, I thought somebody fun.
Yeah, I thought there was really going to be someone famous.
Kind of a fun turn.
Hey, there's a new dating site out there, and it aims to help those who are bald or have thinning hair find partners who prefer it that way.
Huh.
Matchmaking site Bald Dating is looking to help those without or with very little hair
Creative.
on their head.
What they should have called it.
Balling?
Google Chrome Dome?
Bald balling?
No, I would have called it OK Cue Ball.
Yeah, that's better.
good.
Pretty good.
That's better than Google Chrome Dome.
Mm-hmm.
That is good. Yeah.
But they do specify hair on the head, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sound like bushless or whatever.
Right.
Oh, that reminds me. I walked by a television set yesterday.
Yes.
And what was
Was it on?
Tom?
And Dr. Oz was on.
Yes.
And he was on with, what's Mr. Wahlberg's first name? Donnie?
Donnie?
Mark?
Or Mark? Which one?
Mark, the one that's the famous actor.
Mark?
I think. And they were doing some kind of workout together. I guess it was pre-COVID, and they were outside. I guess his restaurant doesn't Mark have a restaurant?
Yeah, they have Wahlburgers.
Yeah, okay. And
listening to you tell a story
it's fascinating. We have to
really, really fun. I mean,
said,
it's almost like we're telling the story.
Mr. Wahlberg.
This is the Socratic method of telling a story. I couldn't remember any. I just walked by the TV and they were talking about something and there's diet or whatever, and Wahlberg pulls his shirt up and Dr. Oz goes, "Wow, those are real abs." And then Mark says to Dr. Oz, "Pull up your shirt." He pulled up his shirt. Gorilla.
Dr. Oz?
Oh, Harry.
Man, he was.
You mean Harry?
Harry.
Just nothing but hair.
Wow.
Looked like a gorilla.
Oh.
I like Dr. Oz, but I had no idea
Sounds like Oz could use a trim here and a clip there.
Anyway,
well, maybe it just seems that way to you because you don't have any hair at all, other than on your head.
I don't have a lot up there either. I'm telling you, Google this. That man is very hair. So this is this dating site is for bald guys.
Yeah, description reads, being bald can be very hard for some people and they lose their self-confidence. Bald dating was created to show that being bald doesn't matter. There are many people who don't mind you being bald, and there are even others who prefer it.
There are women who love bald guys.
Sure.
Yes.
They're called gold diggers.
Willie Griswold, everybody.
Wow, the sniper.
Yeah, yeah. First date, hat shopping. Come with me. Let's go buy you some hats.
Let's get some hats.
You're going to love my Milner.
No,
you know what's weird about this? Did you know that this is on a money-driven website? This is not free. It's ironic that if you don't have any hair, you have to pay.
To pay.
Oh, I hate that I enjoyed that.
Man.
Poor chick.
Would you rather go back?
Okay, cue ball was nice.
Do you want to hear this?
He was swinging. No.
That is too loud.
That song's real bad, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not playing it loud doesn't make it any better.
Were you the one that told me they went to a concert and he opened with that and closed with it?
No, not me, man.
Okay, all right.
You see me at a John Anderson. Is he passed or?
No, I think he's still. I don't mind John Anderson, but that song is.
I love that song.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
You really enjoy.
You really like that song.
Play that in your car.
Wouldn't turn it off.
Answer any of these questions.
Wait,
wait a second. Hang on a second.
So I'm going to listen to some music today. Where's that John Anderson? That's what goes on.
No one says that.
I do enjoy the randomness of listening to music on the radio.
I do too.
I'm serious, and there are, as you know, I'm famous for what I called the down the ladder songs.
Yes.
Because when I used to paint houses, and certain songs would come on, no matter how high, I would go down the ladder to change the channel.
Mm-hmm.
I most famously hate the most popular song in the history of rock and roll.
What, Bohemian Rhapsody?
I despise it. I would jump off the building to turn that piece of crap off. And everyone loves it. I'm in the wrong in this one. Sorry. I'm sure it's playing in hell. But yeah, no, if that song came on, I'd keep listening. I like
the swinging. Okay, all right.
Just a swing.
I've been to concerts with you. I know you listen to music. I can't imagine you enjoying music at all.
Mm-mm.
Well, that seems.
You spend most of the time, as far as because I've tried to, hey, listen to this. This is you always go, well, that sounds just like fill in the blank. They did that at fill in the blank. And
Little Feat did that in '68.
Yeah, this is a derivative. Every single time.
Find me a better band. I'm sure that Josh is there listening to "God Save the Queen" by the
Sex Pistols.
Unbelievably overrated and pointless Sex Pistols.
I think they have their place.
Yeah, they have their place in the hell that their career is in now.
If you're going to listen to music, you need to get your earbuds and put those in your ears. And if you haven't found the right earbuds yet,
Chick McGee will tell you about the Raycons.
Let me tell you what I did a couple of years ago. I searched the world over and I found the perfect earbuds, and they were Raycons, and they are Raycons, and now they're sponsors. Seamless Bluetooth pairing, comfortable noise isolating fit. Start listening right away, and you keep listening for hours. You charge them quickly, they last forever, and could I say seamless Bluetooth pairing? It's amazing. And the audio quality is unbelievable, comparable to what you get from other premium brands, except Raycons start at half the price. So this holiday season, get something they can use for calls or music for work or play at home or on the go, and then buy a pair for yourself. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today to unlock exclusive deals up to 20% off your Raycon order. But hurry, this offer available for a limited time. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to, I missed that out. Don't do that. Buyraycon.com/Tom. Do it now before you forget. Unlock up to 20% off your Raycons. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you, Chick McGee. Coming up, we're going to continue swinging because we've got the swinginest comedian out there. He's our friend Nick Griffin. Josh, did you say he was swinging?
Moods.
That is a fine joke. We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bees are stupid. Them are not stupid. They're stupid. Them are not stupid. They're stupid.
Essential Morning Radio.
They're stupid.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Rolling through a Tuesday morning, I'm Mark Allison. Love the sound effects here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Oh, we spare no expense. And for everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, links to our social media sites. We know you kids love your social media. Bob and Tom VIP also access from there, of course, much, much more. It always changes, always evolving, always fun. Check it out today, bobandtom.com. Don't forget, you can always email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Pretty easy to remember. Let us know if there's a comedian, a bit, something you want to hear, maybe a Thanksgiving bit. Time's running short. Get it in. Maybe Tom will play it today or tomorrow. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Or maybe he won't play it today or tomorrow. That's the way it goes here.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Navy Federal Credit Union Entertainment News Desk. The National Zoo held a vote to name the 3-month-old giant panda born at the Smithsonian facility back in August. And after 5 days of voting, a tally of the 135,000 ballots has revealed a winner. The name is Xiao Shi Ji, or Little Miracle in English. Voters got to choose from among 4 Mandarin Chinese names offered. The zoo is closed right now, of course, because of coronavirus concerns. And if you're a Smashing Pumpkins fan, they're serving you up a double album on Friday. The band's 11th studio album features 20 tracks produced by frontman Billy Corgan. The album, titled CYR, is the group's first since 2018. And Miley Cyrus is ready to rock and roll on her new album. So to do so, she recruited some famous rock stars. It's her 7th studio release. Some of the collaborators you'll hear on Plastic Hearts are Stevie Nicks, Billy Idol, and Joan Jett. She also teamed up with some musicians who have serious pop chops, like producers Mark Ronson and Louis Bell. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Josh, you couldn't have been any worse than my last Santa Claus, because the last one I went to, I was about 9 years old, sit on his lap. He had one of them gizzard pipes come out of his trach hole.
Oh, no.
Even carved a hole in his beard so it could air out proper. But it was clogged or something, because over half his beard was jaundiced. It looked like, you know, when them poodles drink well water and they get a little yellow on their face.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So you had to put your ear up to the pipe to hear what you was getting for Christmas.
Must not have been the real Santa.
Most years it's just a Dixie cup full of infection.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
His name is Apollo Johnson, and he's America's #1 astronaut. But he's also a well-endowed ladies' man. Monumental Pictures proudly presents Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo, your rocket is so big.
Adult film star Dick Mahogany in his first starring role since Shaft's Lethal Weapon is astronaut Apollo Johnson. And when he's not orbiting the Earth, he's going around the world. Apollo Johnson. He's not just an astronaut. He's a charter member of the 100,000 Mile High Club. And believe me, there's nothing weightless about Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo. Now I know why they call it the Johnson Space Center.
He's Apollo Johnson, and not even the shuttle can hold all of his cargo. Look at that load.
Dean at Q95, it's the Bob and Tom Show.
Thank you very much. Christy Lee has an update on the weather forecast.
Q95 Fox 59 weather brought to you by CarX. Showers will end later today. We'll have cloudy skies and 48 this afternoon. Rain returns after midnight down to 42. Thunderstorms with a high of 57 tomorrow. We have a little bit of rain out there right now, 40 degrees, and it looks like a dry Thanksgiving and not too bad. Temperature around 50.
Thank you very much, Christy Lee. I'll remind you that the State Fairgrounds has a really great light show. It's a lot of fun. Details coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show. It's the 24th of November. It's great to be here. There we go. Jace, taking attendance. Chick McGee, check. Hi. Josh Arnold at the IHateStevenSinger.com sidekick desk.
Hello there.
Josh, a little bit nervous about Thanksgiving, doing a solo thing.
A lot nervous.
Making a turkey. Josh has a request for me.
He's been crying.
Shut up.
Wow.
I knew Christy's the best.
That was passionate. I don't think...
He's so tired of you harping on his Thanksgiving.
Well, when it's a big disaster, he'll thank me.
Oh.
There's Christy Lee. You can see her. She's right there in the Navy Federal Credit Union newsroom. And the handsome factor skyrocketing in the studio because the big screen has Mr. Pat Godwin. Oh, wait, that's Willie G. And there he is. It's comedian Nick Griffin. Hey, Nick, can you hear me okay?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
perfect.
We were just talking about you, Nick. There was a story about a swingers club that was busted in greater New York City.
Yeah, I heard that in Queens, I believe, which is the last place you would expect. But
I jokingly said that our next guest, Nick Griffin, is a swinger, and Josh opined
moods.
Whoa!
I was thinking he would take it better than that. Probably should have.
Well, he must be in one of those moods.
Yeah, seems a little moody.
Now, are you on the island of Manhattan as we speak?
I am. I have. I've been here pretty much the whole time. I did a couple gigs on the road, but yeah, I've been here during the whole thing, and I've been outside about 9 times.
You sound like you have a little cold.
Oh, yeah, I do have a little cold.
Yeah, as I say that, the Kleenex goes up to his nose. Okay. Are you all by yourself in your pad there?
Actually, this is not my pad. This is my girlfriend's pad. I'm over on the east side. It's gotten really bad in some areas of New York City in terms of crime and stuff. And so I moved from my place to here about 6 months ago.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Great.
So you're living with your girlfriend?
I am. I know it's a big a big surprise to a lot of people.
Now, is she gone a lot?
No, she's not. We have a small studio. It's funny. She works all day, and I sit behind her like I'm waiting for her to get off work.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Does she have a sort of a job that requires a lot of focus and work and effort?
It does. Yeah, she's a lawyer and a patent attorney, electrical engineer. She's got a PhD in electrical engineering, and I do not.
So, have you in the course of this relationship, have you been able to come up with any really funny electrical engineering gags? I guess.
Yeah, she's got a PhD. She's got a PhD, and I always say that PhD is when the college actually tells you can go home now. We've given you everything that we have here.
Yes, I see. So now, are you doing the cooking and the cleaning, or are you doing anything?
No. I'm cleaning a little bit. Look, it's slowly learning how to be a person again. Yeah, I mean, she's obviously much cleaner than I am, much more accomplished. So, it's one of those like romantic comedies where people are completely different and they try to make it work, you know?
Yeah, well, that sounds good.
It's great.
Yeah.
So are you writing another horror movie, or are you working on your comedy? Have you come up with any any COVID jokes? Anything going on there about the contemporary?
I have been working. Yeah, well, I have. As I said, I spent a lot of time on the first of the COVID by myself, and I was beginning to think I was lonely, and then I got around a bunch of people, and I was like, well, that's not it. So,
No, seriously, are you working on another one of your horror books? I know that you've been, or screenplays, I should say.
yeah, I just finished one. I have a manager, and she has sent it out over the last 2 weeks, and so yeah, it's being looked at, and we have high hopes. I wrote it with another comic who lives up in Providence, Rhode Island, and yeah, it's going well.
Now, Josh was talking about a Thanksgiving-themed horror film. What was it called again, Josh?
Thanksgiving. Are you familiar with that? About a murderous turkey?
I have not heard of Thanksgiving.
Okay, yeah.
It would have been really bad if you said, oh, my God, that's what we just did.
You're not going to believe it.
I have to call my lawyer.
Does yours, is your new script associated with any particular time of year or holiday or something like that? Is there like a theme, sub-theme?
It's not. It's about, it takes place after a horror fan convention. So,
cool.
That's a good idea.
I actually went to a horror fan convention and had some experiences, so I incorporated into this genius screenplay, and it won't be long now.
All right.
That's right. Yeah.
It works, yeah.
Just waiting.
All right. Well, we hope that you can get back out there. Have you practiced your comedy act at all in the last few months?
Yeah, I have been on the road a few weeks. I was in Michigan and Virginia. And that was nice. You know, I've been on the road so much my life, and I got into a hotel, and I love hotels because I've been there forever. But I noticed you're never on your best behavior in a hotel. In all my years, I don't think I've ever walked out of a hotel room and thought, I'm very proud of what I just did in there.
Now, I don't want to belabor the point, but there's an interesting story about you doing one of your many, many appearances on the Great David Letterman Show, and you forgot your act.
I did.
And I was just wondering, but have you, when you went to Michigan, for example, did you remember everything when you got up there?
Yeah, it was slow. I mean, I had been doing little, you know, in New York City, they've really been pretty creative. They've done a lot of park shows. I did a lot of shows in Central Park and Prospect Park, and a lot of rooftops. People are doing stand-up on rooftops. And so I knew about the first 15 minutes of my act. And but the rest, you know, you're just kind of hemming and hawing, and you got a little piece of paper up there, and you're shucking and jiving. But once I did one 45-minute set, I pretty much had it down again. Yeah, because I obsess, as you guys know, about my act and writing more jokes and getting it right. So I was pretty ready, you know. And desperate to do it.
Okay. Well, I should point out that Nick Griffin is our guest, one of our favorite comedians, as I mentioned, a veteran of the David Letterman Show. What was that the first late night show you ever did?
I did the Late Show with Craig Kilborn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The woman who booked Kilborn also booked Letterman. She was there to see me do audition for Letterman, and then I guess she wasn't pleased with it. She goes, but you can do Kilborn, and I ended up doing Kilborn about it was a couple years before I got Letterman after that. Yeah.
And then Kilborn, of course, went on to do the show Hello, Larry. Thank you for getting that, Nick.
Yeah. I of course I get it. I'm a huge MASH fan. So.
That one of the greatest mistakes in the history of decisions, I think. Nick Griffin is one of our favorites. Nick, we can't wait to see you back out on the road and on the TV. And good luck with your new horror film. And congratulations on I think we're a little bit stunned. This is a 6 months locked up in a studio apartment with an extraordinarily bright woman.
Yeah,
and you haven't killed each other.
No, we've been great. No, it's been really easy, and we're doing our best. Of course, I'm divorced, so I'm cautiously optimistic, and she's super optimistic, which is annoying. I almost feel like breaking up with her just to teach her a lesson.
That'll teach her.
Yeah. Oh, God. Nick is the best. Thank you so much, Nick. It's great seeing you. And congratulations on the
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Love you,
man.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, God. He's the best. He is the best.
Yes.
Do you ever notice these Zoom calls? It's like making a long-distance call in a movie in the 50s. Hello? Are you there?
Yeah.
KL5.
We're calling from Cleveland. Peoria, can you hear me?
I think it's kind of fun, though, to see people in their natural habitat sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't usually get to see inside of Nick's apartment.
I don't want to say anything, but apparently Nick's patent attorney girlfriend also is cutting his hair.
His hair looked great.
He's slowly turning into David Lynch, if you've noticed.
Are you guys serious? I really thought his hair looked good.
It does look great, and
something.
it actually looked cut. Like it looked shorter than normal.
I've always said he's got the best hair.
Yeah, he does.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the guy from Coronet Blue.
Here we go.
Coronet
I
Blue.
have no idea what that is.
It's an obscure show from the 60s.
Yeah.
Let's see, where were we? Oh, we were talking with Christy Lee at the Navy Federal Credit Union News Desk. But before we get back to you, Christy,
yes,
Josh had a request.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he wanted to hear, since he's going to be having Thanksgiving by himself, he wanted to be reminded of what Thanksgiving would be like with a family.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what this is all about.
From the people who brought you the sounds of Halloween and the sounds of Christmas. The Bob and Tom Show proudly presents the audio collection, The Sounds of Thanksgiving.
Marvin, who changed the temperature on the oven? My yams are burning. My yams are burning.
Yes, if you can't make it home this Thanksgiving, we'll bring the holiday home to you with The Sounds of Thanksgiving.
You're overcooking the turkey, Roger.
The turkey's fine, Alice.
It's not fine, Roger. It's going to be all dry and crusty.
Alice, the only thing dry and crusty around here is in your pants.
Oh, my.
The Sounds of Thanksgiving. And we didn't forget your stoner brother at the dinner table either.
Yo, dude, could you pass me more of the gravy? You guys ever try mayonnaise on Jell-O? No, Gamma. Those brownies ain't for you.
The Sounds of Thanksgiving will keep you stress-free by reminding you that you're not actually dealing with the show that is Thanksgiving with your family.
Kimberly, your cat just peed on me.
That's a pillow you're petting, Uncle Clarence. You just pissed your pants again.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't forget your drunk, socially awkward teenage nephew, Clayton.
If I get the biggest part of the wishbone, I'm going to wish that the girl next door keeps shaving with her curtains open. My mom says it's okay for me to drink bourbon. You ever look at the website Beaver Hunt? I'm thinking about becoming an astronaut. I'm not hungry. I just snorted the last of my Adderall. Hey, who's that hot MILF?
Quit staring, Clayton. She's your aunt.
Feeling empty and all alone? Get Bob and Tom's The Sounds of Thanksgiving and rest easy, knowing that it could be worse. You could actually be home.
Get off my back, Larry. It's not stripping, it's burlesque.
You and the horse you rode in on, Mother.
And if you order right now, we'll throw in for free The Sounds of Black Friday.
Stand back, please.
From Bob and Tom Audio Productions.
The Sounds of Thanksgiving, Josh. It's kind of quiet at your place.
Well, we'll find it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I may have got one over. I may not.
Well,
the
decide
smell
now. I got to buy an outfit.
The smell of a film projector and black and white porn on the screen.
Oh, Pat, you don't have to fuss.
Oh, you wear sweats on Thanksgiving so you can fill up.
Oh, there you go. Now,
I have to buy sweats then.
We have, now, Josh, it's my understanding that you've been working a little bit on something in the background here.
Well, the Consensuals got together, yeah. And they put together a song.
What?
Yeah, Joshua Earl Arnold and the Consensuals.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does this need any special introduction?
No, it's, you know what? It's just maybe it's somewhat Thanksgiving related. So, yeah, just take a listen.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, it's the what was it again?
Joshua Earl Arnold.
Joshua Earl Arnold and the Consensuals.
Well, dinner is done. It sure was great. You could have fed an army with the food I ate. I must have filled my plate a good 6 or 7 times. The table's clear, dishes are done, and the house is ours. Now the family's gone. You say, let's have some fun, and I can read between the lines. You walk over to me, you say, get out of that chair. You sit on my lap and say, let's head upstairs. You run your hand through my hair and slip your tongue in my ear. You're looking good with just that apron on, but I'm afraid my libido is up and gone. I just ate a ton, and I've got some bad news, my dear. I'm too full to fuck. Maybe you're out of luck. I'd get up if I could, but I'll be damned if I ain't stuck. I'm too stuffed to screw. To make love on you. I'm short of breath and intercourse, something I can't do. I'm too bloated to bang. My belly's covered my way. I'm just one man, but right now I weigh as much as a gang. Feel like I could pop. I got a deuce to drop. After that we could try, but babe, you'll have to be on top. Cause I'm too full to fuck. So babe, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. I guess I couldn't blame you if you called your old boyfriend Chuck. 10-inch Chuck. Cause darling, I'm too full to fuck.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, yes. The
Joshua Earl Arnold and the Consensuals. I was wondering when the Consensuals were going to kick in.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear them on tambourine. Are they there? I couldn't see them. Wow. Well,
Sure to be a Thanksgiving classic.
Yeah, it may happen. May happen to you this Thanksgiving. Don't overeat. You know.
Won't happen to you.
Well,
be all by yourself and everything.
It's one of the reasons we had a character.
Boy, you know how to sling arrows, don't you?
Yeah.
Saying.
Josh, that was a really funny song. You're pretty good when you put your mind to something and actually do it.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, that was nice. There's time, Josh.
For
we could meet somebody in the next 48 hours or so.
And share my Thanksgiving feast? No way.
Yeah, that's
sounds
quite
sounds like the worst coming of age movie ever.
quite
You've
a
only got 48 hours to find someone to do it on Thanksgiving.
The last scene, you're out buying a Cornish hen. Here's one for you, baby. I
thought it was gravy.
I've already got mine. Okay. Christy, you want to give me the teaser?
Yeah, we never got to this wonderful little story. There was a guy who left a $3,000 tip for a beer. Just one beer.
Yeah, and that place where that happened, a friend of mine used to be the bartender there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Nighttown.
Of course.
Wow.
Cleveland, Ohio.
And how would you like your beer delivered via reindeer? We have that story coming up.
Good. Right now, I want to remind you, the best way to get some sleep, of course, is on a sleep number bed. And Christy Lee, once again, your sleep number setting is a not so crisp
35.
Yeah. Again, gooey.
I love it.
Marshmallow-like, like a water bed.
Whatever.
Half full. Chick McGee, your sleep number setting?
100. I like that firm mattress.
It's like sleeping on a pool table.
You know that.
So if you get the sleep number bed, you can. Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. What's your sleep number?
65. Thank you very much. Yeah, 65.
Okay, going right down the middle there.
That feels real good on my body. Yeah.
That's fine. That's the beauty of the sleep number bed. You can adjust it to whatever you want. And quality sleep, very important during this pandemic. They say even an extra 15 minutes of extra sleep is so good for you to boost your immunity system. But you've always wanted to get a great night's sleep, right? The Sleep Number bed is the way to go. And I'll remind you that the Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed for game-changing sleep is up and running and on sale right now. It's the ultimate Sleep Number event. You can save a staggering 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. So find out what I'm talking about. Many times before, I've called it the Swiss Army knife of beds because you set it the way you want it, and you can change it at the touch of a button. You're not stuck with the way, well, when I was at the store at noon on a Tuesday, I thought I liked this mattress. But now you make the adjustments whenever you want. Sleepnumber.com/BT show. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. By the way, Sleep Number is the official sleep and wellness partner of the NFL. Coming up, we have more beer in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Mark Allison with you, rolling through a Tuesday, the 24th of November. Kostaki Economopoulos, Nick Griffin on a Tuesday. Coming up Wednesday, Jessica Alsman and our relationship expert, Allie Breen. Of course, Thursday is Thanksgiving, and a happy birthday to Chick McGee. Yes, not just Thanksgiving, but Chick McGee's birthday. A national day of celebration to honor Chick McGee. And Friday, best of. So, there you have it for the week. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Jared Goff threw for 376 yards, 3 touchdowns. Matt Gay kicked a 40-yard field goal with 2:36 remaining. The Rams, 27-24 winners last night over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. Goff completed 39 of 51, including scoring throws to Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, and Cam Akers. The Baltimore Ravens reopened their training facility yesterday afternoon after closing earlier in the day due to another coronavirus outbreak within the team. Several members of the organization have tested positive for COVID ahead of Thursday night's showdown with Pittsburgh. Vikings have placed star wide receiver Adam Thielen on the COVID list. He leads the NFL with 11 touchdown catches. And the San Francisco 49ers have added defensive lineman DJ Jones and Jordan Willis to their COVID list. The Niners have placed 8 players to that list since defensive lineman Eric Armstead placed on it last week following a positive test. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
In school now, he had to have a Zoom meeting. The only time he's used Zoom before was with his buddies. And he just texted last night. Just did Zoom meeting for class project, and my name was the same Zoom name from when I was Zooming with my buddies. Big Daddy Dick. Big Daddy Dick has joined the meeting.
All right, we're going to start studying or laugh.
Bob and and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
this is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy. There are things you never say when a man is nude.
I didn't mean to laugh.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Can you help me find it?
There are things you never say to a naked dude.
Does that thing come with an air pump?
I thought you said you had small pox.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
But your feet are so big.
Aw, that's cute.
Hang on, I'll get my tweezers.
Oh, it's like a little light switch.
For a second there, I thought you had a third nipple.
I didn't know they could be innies.
Well, this explains your big car.
944 at Q95. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
That is correct, and thank you very much, sir. Christy Lee, update that forecast for me, please.
I lost my forecast, but I think I remember it. Q95, Fox 59 weather, brought to you by CarX. We'll have cloudy skies today with a high of about 43. Right now we have 41 degrees.
It's not a real big room in there. How did you lose it?
I don't know. I'm stunned.
I'm looking at Thursday, about
Cloudy
a
and
25% chance of rain at 4 a.m.
Oh, here it is. High day 48.
Then it clears up. Maybe only a slight chance of rain in the afternoon at this point, according to the...
Thunderstorms tomorrow, though, high 57.
Okay, thank you very much, Christy. Some things to do. Christmas Night of Lights. That's happening at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. The girls went again last night. It's a lot of fun, and I understand that Santa may be hovering around in the atmosphere somewhere. Also, our TV show tonight, 11:30, My Indy TV 23. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Let's do a quick survey of who's around here. In the big room, it's Ace, Willie, Chick, Josh, I'm Tom. Through the glass, Christy Lee.
Hi.
And Pat Godwin. We've learned a little bit of something about beer today.
Yep.
With the 8-foot-long, what was it? Pabst Blue Ribbon 99 pack. Very humorous. We're trying to figure out if those are still available.
A case of 24 weighs 20 pounds. We found that out.
Yeah. So, and it'll barely fit in a truck, but it's funny.
7 feet long.
Christy, you said you had something regarding the world
Another
of
beer. A man left an Ohio restaurant a $3,000 tip for a single beer. According to a Facebook post from Nighttown owner Brendan Ring, the man walked in, ordered a beer sundae, and just before the restaurant shut down voluntarily due to the coronavirus, did not identify himself and offered his credit card for his tab of $7.02. According to the owner, the customer, quote, wished me well while we sit out our voluntary shutdown and told me to share the tip amongst the waitstaff. The owner said that after noticing the man left a tip of $3,000, ran after him, and he said, no, it was not a mistake. We will see you again when you reopen. Mr. Ring added he and his serving staff were humbly grateful for this incredibly kind and grand gesture.
Wow, that's great.
That is very sweet.
That's great. A friend of mine used to be the main bartender at that place.
I'll be done.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, but I mean, the downside of that is when they reopen.
Yes.
They're all going to have to talk to the guy a lot.
I paid for your friendship.
No, that's an incredibly nice thing.
It is an incredibly nice
thing. Laugh it up. I paid for that.
If you can afford it, do it, because a lot of people are really hurting. Right
Super
now.
generous.
And a Colorado brewery is delivering beer courtesy of a reindeer-led sleigh. Breckenridge Brewery President Todd Usry told Forbes magazine, quote, we usually release Christmas ale with a big holiday celebration at the brewery, but this year we partnered with Moon Deer Ranch to find a safe way to bring holiday magic to our fans with rain beer deliveries. With a limit of 10 deliveries. Customers who order a mini keg of the brewery's Christmas ale can apply for the reindeer delivery service, which will be offered December 5th and 6th.
You know what they call it?
No, what do they call it?
Door Dasher.
I thought rain beer was bad.
That's what they're calling it. By the way,
Door Dasher, more contemporary. I think. I do think this is cool. Every once in a while you'll see a reindeer.
Yeah,
They're nice.
They're really beautiful animals.
You ever seen one up close?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're pretty cool.
Silly
Not
Furries has
wild,
one.
of course.
Yeah,
flying in the sky.
If you tell your friends, hey, I got a reindeer bringing over the beer, they'll assume you're already drunk. You don't need any.
You're also allowed to feed, pet, and take photos with the reindeer who delivers your beer. So that's kind of neat.
Sweet. Right now we have to find out what we have in history.
Now for today in history.
I got more questions than answers about this today.
Go.
Birthday 1784, Zachary Taylor. Remember him?
Yeah.
Big Z.
Do you suppose they called him Zach?
No.
Was that more formal back then?
I don't think people were Zachs
I think they called him
back
Mr.
then.
President.
Okay,
Good
but I mean,
point.
when he was 24, did his buddies call him, hey, Zach?
What's up, Zach?
Z-Man.
I don't know.
Z-Dog.
You're my favorite kid on Home Improvement, Zach.
Zachary Taylor.
John Froelich, born in 1849, of course,
sure.
the inventor of...
No clue.
The
I have no idea.
Froelich, the rotor motor.
The gasoline-powered tractor.
How about
It's
that?
a sad story, though. You see all those oxen killed by gasoline.
Oh,
1868, Scott Joplin was born.
Janice's dad.
Yeah.
That's right.
Famous for writing ragtime music.
Me and Bobby.
Used in The Sting, because it's a period piece. Let's see. The Big O, born in this date in 1938. You know what the Big O is, Christy?
Oscar Robertson?
Of course, the great
Yes.
Oscar Robertson. The Big O. And then this is a sad one. 1941, Pete Best. The drummer replaced by Ringo.
He's still alive, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Although, when he was a kid, it was really cool when they do last name first in school, and they'd go Best Peter. And he'd go, damn right.
You got that right.
Right on. I think the best Pete in rock and roll is probably Townsend. What do you think?
Yes, I think so.
Frampton?
Gabriel.
Frampton. Good point. Peter and Gordon. Peter Frampton, I'm in the middle of his book, and it's great. We're going to talk to Peter, I think, next week.
Oh, Heart Be Still.
A lot of good Pete's in rock and roll.
Yeah, okay. And a couple things, events on this date. 63, Jack Ruby took out Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
You know what the cop said?
What?
Damn it, Jack.
And if you're not aware of it,
They all knew him.
Mr. Ruby was the owner of the local strip club.
Correct.
That the cops
Carousel
let in.
Club, and he knew Lee Harvey Oswald. They were friends.
And there's a great story, by the way, from Robbie Robertson of the band.
Yeah.
The band. Those guys actually played a gig for Jack Ruby a couple of years before that, or a year before that. Very funny
And
story.
they all stripped to there.
No, there's no roof.
Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Grainger. Products to keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones that get it done.
Context free, I will repeat the following event. Christy asked if she could sit on Josh's lap.
Okay.
I'm going to say.
That's all that matters.
You asked.
The answer is a resounding yes.
When HR calls, I'm going to say it was her idea.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Pat has a song. He's written to Josh Arnold. It's called I Eat Alone. Kind of sad, really.
It is sad.
Josh has a new song with the Consensuals, who consented to sing the song with him.
Yeah.
It's called Too Full. Well,
Too Full is what it's called.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Did you hear the mashup between their two songs about getting too full? It's called Boulevard of Broken Seams. That's when your clothes break.
Wow.
It was a Green Day song. Okay, let's see. This is staggering to me. Josh, when he got his house, a year or two ago, Josh got a house for the first time. It was a used house, as Chick pointed out. Josh replaced the toilet seats.
I did, yeah. I was told to do that. And they were gifted to me.
That seems weird.
No,
I didn't know it was a thing.
I'm surprised you didn't do that.
Yeah, you of all people.
No. When
I've
the
always
house I
heard
live in,
that.
I gutted it. Spent 2 years. I redid. The toilets are all brand new.
Okay, well, all
I made a
replaced.
terrible mistake. I got the ones you pull up instead of flush on the side. They break constantly. Never
Pull
get those.
up?
Yeah, there's a thing in the middle. Some designer idiot got them. Let's see. Apparently, you can buy 99 cans of Pabst Blue Ribbon beer in 15 different states. Pat Godwin's shirt has a vertical zipper on it in the breast pocket. We're not exactly sure what that's for.
It just made us all mad. We know that.
But we know that if you could cut out the back of that so when you zip it, your nipple shows, that would be so great on a first date.
Ladies would love.
And pretend you don't know. Go, I've got a pen right here to sign this check.
Whoops,
Look,
my nipple
there's
fell out.
my nipple.
And it's hard. Okay.
And let's see. What else? Finally, we learned that Nick Griffin looks great, sounds great, appears to be happy. Isn't that cool? I'm so excited for Nick. And, of course, lastly, Donnie Baker's family on their Thanksgiving Day, of course, they watch Scarface.
Yes.
The family tradition. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Check out the Bob and Tom Show app and let your voice be heard. Our contact info is right there.